There we go. Okay. And then I have this like super crazy something going on with my hair here today. Actually, it's doing what it wants to do. The internet is being, yeah, you know, we have some pretty big winds out here. It might be the winds. Something got on my band. I think I'm gonna take this thing apart and put a cloth band. Ed asked you if you would. There you. I was asking about you guys. Ed asked if you would stop the music for a minute. Hold on. We got like a wreck of hair going on here. It's not cooperating with me, but I cannot let it touch my face right now because it broke me out. Hi, baby D. I was talking about you guys. I was like, I wonder if baby D or Dragonheart's gonna show up. Here it is. It was all tangly and I couldn't wear it. Yeah, I know. Somebody was saying there was some weird weather conditions out there. Some weird weather conditions. Let's see. He also had kidney issues, leg issues, spinal issues. Oh my goodness. Oh, poor little baby. Poor little baby. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, as long as I didn't touch anything, I'm going to keep this guy handy just to make sure because I don't want to get any oils. I put lotion on before I sat down today, and it might have been a mistake right before I sit down, just because, you know. But I bet he's a good dog. You know, some of those dogs that have problems are some of the best dogs ever, you guys. Oh, he was trying to pinpoint. Okay, so we are going to do some highlighting. Notice we kind of got the dents worked up. Now, one thing I didn't get enough of was this little dent right here. So I did. So if you see this mess on my desk, that's these guys. I knocked them over both at the same times. Hi, Squid Knacker. How you doing? Yeah. So this was an amazing day. I knocked both of these over at the same time. They spilled all over my desk. I turned. I started cleaning them up. I turned around to get the Windex so that I could clean, and the lid came off the Windex, and I dumped the Windex all over the floor. I bet he is. I had a deaf dog named Snowy once upon a time, Noob, and he was amazing. He was the funniest character. Oh, that's the music making that scratchy noise. What did I do with the pasta? Well, I fed the pasta to Geek, Pascal. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Baby D. I miss you guys so bad. Squidknacker, welcome aboard. I don't know that I've seen you in here before. Yeah, the scratching is coming from the music. I can hear it.
Still there?
Yeah, it's kind of like somebody's chewing on the microphone in the background or something.
Go without music today.
Pasta. I have no pasta, Pascal. You mean this? So when I'm done, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it. So when this, okay, okay. So when this is when we get ready to do this part, first I've got to get his glow finished, and then I'm gonna do his legs because you don't want to mess with him once you put this on. It just doesn't dry fast enough. You've designed a paint tube rack that fits under shelf. Wait, I've designed a paint tube rack that fits under shelf. It stores those paints in aluminum tubes with the black tops on them. Oh yeah, these I have oils that have those. There's smaller bottles and bigger bottles. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'll show you because we're going to do it last. So you put the needle on it. Take the lid off. Put the needle on it, right? And then So hold on. You do this. Hang on. It's really hard to see, Pascal, because it's white. So what it looks like is a heavy, yes, kind of like icing on cake, but what it looks like when you paint that silver, you let it dry, when you paint that silver, it looks like a heavy weld line. Like somebody just got the welder out and just gooped on a bunch of weld. I use it for welding places on my orcs. So what I'm going to do, okay. Yes, yeah, it is. It is this, Pascal. Okay, you can tint it any color you want, but I recommend if you're going to tint it, oh, shit, I've got powder. Use powder because it gets too thin and then you can't make the design. Okay? So when we're done, what I'm going to do is he's got this area on his leg, see? Oh, yes, please. Absolutely. Oh, and I do want to see Squidnacker, if you want to put the link in the chat on your rack that holds the paint tubes, yes, please. Okay, so his leg broke 3 times. Geek broke it when he was putting them together. And then I broke it twice while working with him. So I didn't know what to do about it. Geek said, pin it. I made a little video, which we're putting up on YouTube probably tomorrow. And then I tried to fix it with the green stuff. So you could also put the green stuff if you want to. You can load this in there if you want. Okay? And then I'm going to make a little weld design, but what I'm really wanted it for, we went looking for these because I had them in the house. What I really want it for is this right here. See where this doesn't go on him. He's not built like this. Just this guy goes by himself. This gun was something else that I added. So after putting that on, I thought, when I looked at him, I thought what would look really cool is if I could make a weld line. But I didn't want to spend all that time also trying to get back behind those pipes and everything, painting it, and then it's still not going to look 3D, right? So I decided to get these guys out because I've done it on an Orcmobile before, and I'm going to put it right around there. So all the way around his head, he'll have this heavy... That's a good idea. Thank you, Dave. That is a good idea, Squidnacker. I have a channel just for tools that we accumulate for people that are looking for things in our Discord, and if you put it in there, that would be very helpful. So we're going to put that weld line all around here. And what that's going to do, as you know, Pascal, it's going to help with the composition. It just doesn't look right. So I tried blending it, you know, and it just didn't look right that way either. Then I tried painting it orange all the way up to here, and then he looked like he had a big, he looked like he had a big orange hat on. And I was like, okay, no. So I went back in and painted it back the other color, put the dents back in it because I really like this, the way this looks, that, you know, the dents and everything. So I'm going to make a weld line. Yes, I know. It's just not right, is it? It's kind of like, okay. And then he just looked like he was wearing a goofy hat with the orange. And if you bring the metal down onto the orange, it does. And then I thought about maybe rust and what really would look good, I thought, was a big, heavy orc weld line. And so I went and dug up my needles, which are actually left. These are from when I had a good, one of our vets was a friend, and they gave me a bunch of needles before I could find any that didn't have the point on them. And so you've got to clean this with water if you're going to reuse them. Thank you for following the Finks. Thank you. And always put your lid. Now you can tint these any color you want, you guys. even sculpt some metal. Well, so yeah, after I do that, okay, after I do that, I have this, so this is a piece of paper clip, okay, and I sanded it, and then I'm going to cut it into little pieces and bend it into little C-shaped, and then I'm going to glue them all around the weld line so that there also looks like these fasteners of metal around his head. And I thought that would give him that really good orcish feel, you know, and then I will take some pictures. But I had to sand this and then paint it with primer, and then we're going to put it on. But you know, the paper clippy wire, it doesn't seem to like the paint too well, so I'm still working with, I even sanded this one and everything, but as you bend it, the paint will come off of it. Yes, I think that the weld line will be, also I think it will be more stand out. You know what I mean? Like you'll really be able to see it rather than it just kind of fading off into the recesses of the little guy. But this is actually, this wire is not paperclip wire. It's a wire I found that's even finer. So I don't know if I will be using this one or not. But I have to wait until I am done to do those. But you can tint this with powder pigment. Yeah, I tried, and the matte, it's same thing, Dave. The matte when you bend it, the matte varnish came off, so I sanded it. I might go back. I have that stuff called Fusion that they use for outdoors, Dave, and I think I'm going to go back and coat it in that. Sand it again and coat it in the Fusion, because Fusion is designed to be outdoors, so it'll stick to everything. Glass, metal, concrete, everything. That was an idea too, but I think I'm going to use the Fusion. Yes, you totally can. The only thing is, Wavy, is that when you're tinting, so this one is opaque, you guys. So when you add the color to this paste, it'll be kind of a whitish color, a little bit. It'll diffuse the color a little, but also understand it isn't this, once you add ink, it isn't the same consistency. So it thins the paste and it's not quite as pasty. So if you're trying to create textures somewhere, I recommend that you use the powdered pigments in it. They are stronger and they also make it a little bit thicker. But what you can do, Wavy, is you can add some powder pigment and you can add ink. And then that way it stabilizes. Hello, Daryl Creates. Let's see, you went to dinner with a couple of Vikings and they kept tapping on the table and laughing. I finally asked what was so funny and they said, you wouldn't get it. It's no. Yeah. Okay. Good dad joke. First one for the day. Hold on. Let me grab another syringe, you guys. I will tell you this. I will be glad when we get the new area set up so I don't have to keep ducking under my desk to get certain things that I keep stored under there. No, Wavy. It's just a bad dad joke, silly. You wouldn't be the first, Wavy, see? Oh, you're not even the first. There we go. Now, I can tell you that this is one of those places that your really ugly little brush comes in handy. Also a good place to get your ugly brush ugly. As in, like, mess it up.
Welcome aboard the Black World.
So do you guys, does that sound to you like it's all really scratchy? If you had a hammer, you'd hammer in the morning, you'd hammer in the evening, you'd hammer all over the land. Well, Wavy tries. It's guesty. Thank you so much for that follow. We are talking about using paste for texture in things. It's not that bad. So the follows don't sound that bad to you. They sound really bad to me. Okay. So when you do the cleaning of your hold on, let me get that focused in. I know my desk is such a mess because I spilled everything all over. You want to make sure to get this part clean too. Also, if you leave this on and forget about it, it'll glue onto your syringe. So you keep a spare syringe that you can pull water into. You want to clean it out, but you want to make sure that you get this part down here also. Otherwise, it won't really actually be clean. Endo! I mean, Ida. I'm sorry. Edo, hi. Is it Edo or Edo? It's nice to see you in here, mate. We're discussing syringes and paste. Hi, Big J. How you doing? I'm doing some texturing, creating a weld line with a syringe, and we were discussing how to clean it and take care of them. So I always keep all the pieces cleaned up and together. The other thing you can do, if yours separates, if yours will come apart, depending on the length, you can keep the needle inside of it. It actually works even better when it's not in here. You can take and drop the needle inside this one. There you go. And then that way because the needles are small and sometimes they get lost. And then you can save these for some type of weaponry of some kind. Maybe a cannon. We make a cannon out of it, we can make a cannon out of it. Yeah, so I recommend, I didn't think about it before I loaded it. And being that it's opaque, so if it's the opaque one, I have one that's clear though. I could have used it. So this is the one that says a matte opaque preparation for marble dust and marble dust and polymer. I use most of them that are polymer, by the way. So they make one that's clear, and that one you could use the powdered metallic. That's the word I'm looking for. Lido, thank you very much for that follow. Metallic. You could use powdered metallic. But I'm going to tell you a little trick. You want to know a little trick? So you can buy at like the dollar store, or actually Sally's Beauty, you can buy really inexpensive baked eyeshadow palette that's metallic, and you can mix that with a clear varnish to make into a type of metallic that's pretty cool to work with. So you can put it in these pastes, and then you can create textures with it if you wanted it. Or you can buy one that's like a rust colored, and you can make rust with it. You can buy one that's any nature color and make it, and it's very inexpensive. Like you can buy at the dollar store, you can buy pallets of them for really cheap. The difference is that the baked ones the product will stay good, whereas sometimes the other ones have a lot of talc in them, and so you got to make sure you have enough paste mixed with that. Otherwise, that can come apart. You got to have a good quality paste mixed with it, and you got to make sure that you have enough, because the ones with all the talc in it will all crumble. That's the word I'm looking for. So what I use to make texture, you guys aren't even going to believe, I use water, PVA, and I have a big bucket underneath the counter of Quickset. That is what you plaster walls with. I use that to make my textures. You know, like mud, ground, under the grass, that sort of a thing. And it's a quick set. It's what they call hot plaster, which means it dries a lot faster than other plasters. So you get now you can buy it in different grades. It's up to you. You can buy 30-minute, 45-minute, and 90-minute, depending on how much time you feel you need to work with it. It is sandable if you don't mix too much PVA. But if you don't mix PVA in it, it can be crumbly. So I mix a little bit. You can also tint it with any one of your paints or an ink or a powdered pigment. You can make it any color you want. It's the best thing I've ever. I used to do murals on walls with it. And I would use it for like ocean, or like we did this in the tanning salon. There was a giant sun on the wall, and I did all the flames with it. So it's really cool to work with, and you definitely do want to read the one that you're buying, because some of the hot sets are hard to sand. So it'll tell you like it. I don't know what fresco is, but it's like, you when someone comes in and does sheetrock and then they tape your walls. So it's used for taping and or texturing ceilings or walls. And it comes in different sets, noob. You can buy, I always buy the 45 or the 90. I prefer the 45. That seems to be just about the right amount of time to work with it. It does not keep in a Tupperware container very well. Like the stuff that you buy in the containers pre-made, I actually don't like to work with that at all. I like to be able to make it the consistency I want. So like if you want it smooth and thin, you can get smooth and thin. If you want it thick and gooey and you're going to pile it on top of itself and pile it on top of itself. And once you have sealed it, the outside of it with acrylic, it's pretty much indestructible because of what it's designed for. But I have a big bucket. It's like the size of a concrete bag. Like a bag of concrete. It's about the same size as that, and it's in a trash can right underneath in my desk. And when I'm going to mix up something for a base, that's what I use. So I created one, but I overdid it. I got excited because I was playing in the mud. You make bulletproof vests from this. Oh, wait. Because oh, wait. I thought you meant on your mini. I was going to be, wait, I want to see that. Let's see. Fresco is painting with plaster, which is how they did this. Interesting. No, real vests. Okay. You definitely could paint with it, but you would probably, if you were doing that, if you were painting with it, I would think a person would have to get 90 real vests for his minis. Safe dry. You know what, Pascal? It is definitely. I'm serious. When I built the sun at the salon, I had to go back in and knock it back because the points on the flame were scraping people. So I had to go in there and knock it back and then repaint it. It's pretty gnarly. It's pretty gnarly. I think, noob, if they were doing fresco painting with it, then it would definitely have to be a situation where they used at least the 90. And I think 90 is about the longest working that you can buy. Little Snorky. I don't know what that is. Hopefully you're being nice. Wavy? Go ahead. Yeah, noob, it happens. It happens. And actually, as long as people are being couth about it, we don't mind at all. It's just when they're just being out there and they're not a member of our crew. Yes, tell Wavy he can have at it. Dave's out there too. Usually Wavy's all over that though. He loves to swing his hammer around. Sorry, Snorky. Before you can make jokes, A, you have to take me to dinner. B, you have to approach it from the right perspective. C, you have to have been here a while. All right. So I'm going to get to the highlighting on his metal. And I'm not doing non-metallic metal because... No, E... There you go. And Pascal is joining with E. Yes, don't be a douche, a dick, a whatever. Here we go. This is the one that I was using. Okay, so I've kind of been trying a little non-metallic metal, and it's getting the better of me. So I decided I would be a lot better off doing my normal metallics with this and working from there. Now, I had a little bit started here with the ink for the glow, but I wasn't really entirely happy. I was using ink, and it just really didn't cover as well as I would have liked it to. I did not do the prepping where I usually do it white for the glow, and so I wasn't satisfied with that at all. So I've been having to layer it and layer it and layer it. But so just to let you know, it really works to put the if you're using inks, I'm using inks on this. And when you are, it really helps to get that area ready first with a little bit of priming, like we did his eye. I did the white eye, and then I did a little bit of very thin glaze of the white mixed with a little bit of yellow to build it up around the eye a little bit more, and then kind of faded it out. But it worked so much better. The ink did great there. It just did not do good in this area where we are covering dark metal. It kind of didn't like it. So I was like, oh, well, that was a bummer. But it does kind of give the metal a really eerie look. The fact that there's, you can't reflect off of it. So not too bad. I wasn't like real disappointed, but yeah, see, that looks a lot better. We can build it up because it is a day glow color. So we can totally build it up and it'll cover and it'll be all right. But most of the time, I take a very thin glaze of white, or white ink works really good. And kind of build that area. I didn't think of it till after the fact because I noticed that his eye was going to be reflecting green up there. Might be a little bit back here. And we can leave it a little bit darker. Yeah, looks like it's going to definitely... There we go. Get a little bit of, it just adds a little bit more character to it, gives a little bit more interest and volume. Kind of like the burnt pipes he's got. Not my sexiest job on the burnt pipes, but once I was done, I was like, yeah, I kind of like that. So I wonder, Pascal, do you paint game pieces by chance? Like little Warhammer game pieces? Okay, let's see. Looks like I did a boo-boo on his, do you paint Warhammer, the game pieces? Like this. These guys. These guys. Not necessarily Necron. You do. Okay. Like commission? He doesn't have his the back is good. The back is good. But he doesn't have his front. I had to go back in and fix it. And you do commissions. Okay. So, I have a question for you. Do you do commissions where they just want, but not full armies? Okay. So, smaller, only singles. So, do you ever get one where they just want you to do above tabletop, not show quality, not display quality? They just want it above tabletop. So not tabletop, like here's a guy, okay, this would go, we could just totally put him on the table. Right? Just like that. Good enough. So not like that, but where they say, oh, I want something above tabletop. Okay. All right. So, okay. Is it Edo? Did we determine if it was Edo or Edo? Oh, the Destroyer. Noob. Is that this? Is this guy the Destroyer? Is that what he's called? I actually just met him. I don't even know what his name is. I just met him. We just started working on him because I saw him in the collection. I was digging through a box. Oh, he's a destroyer. Well, I love him. I think it's so, but he's totally not done. I goofed up. I messed up his, I got excited. I've been trying glow paints for you guys to try to find something inexpensive. I got excited and decided to try the glow paints before I tested them, and I completely fucked him up. Yeah, no, I actually didn't know that. Hello, Zephyrius. Okay, yes, so that's what I'm trying to find out. Here's what I want to know. Ado. Okay, so you're painting along. You're painting along. And they don't want this. They don't want tabletop. They tell you, right? So this would be, to me, when I'm looking at this, what the guys at the store told me. Actually, I think he needs a little more shadow and his eyes have to be orange, okay? Because all their eyes are orange. So these guys have to have orange eyes and they need more shadow, but then they're tabletop and you're supposed to let it go. First of all, I can't do that. I can't do it. Oh, Ado. Okay. Thank you, Pascal. Okay, so let's discuss this for a minute because I really need some help here. Okay. Yeah, that's my whole point. Yes, Zephyrius, I'm doing experimenting with glow paints. I didn't test the glow paint and I fucked it up. But what I did do is I did make a video of how to fix him so that you don't have to repaint your whole mini. Hello, Lustness. Wow, long time no see. Okay, so let's just talk about this for a minute because this interests me. If you will entertain me, you guys, for a minute. Okay, so this is a guy here. He's not the full Monty. Let me make sure I'm focused in for you guys. This is not the full Monty. This is above tabletop. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. This is above tabletop. All right. Notice we got blends, shadows, cracks, highlights with the glow effects, secondary colors behind the glow. Okay, this is what the guys at the store say. This is above tabletop. Okay, now, to me, this is my tabletop version. Okay. Well, the guys at the store, so the struggle I'm having, so this is, this was really hard for me, Pascal, to stop. And this is where we're going with this, okay? Ado, I need you with me on this because you paint for people and you do not, we're not talking display or show or competition. We're just talking above tabletop. Now, there's a place between above tabletop and show quality that's, nice presentation piece. Yeah, it was a moment, Wavy. Okay, so here's my tabletop version, which the guys at the store says way above tabletop, they told me. Okay. And the reason is because there's extra shadows. Oh, he's not done. Hold on. He's not done. Wait, I got to get the right one. That was a bad example. Hang tight. He didn't even have his done. Here we go. Okay. Here they are. Sorry, guys. Wrong one. That one's not done. Okay. So these are my tabletop guys. Now the guys at the store are telling me, no, these are way above tabletop. You have to reconsider what you're doing here. All right, here he is. Glow effects, blended hoses, shadows, highlights, orange eyes. Here's another one. I like this one a little bit better. He's got more uniformity to him. So to me, this is tabletop. Okay, so the part I'm trying to wrap my mind around, all right, yes, That is true. That is true, Pascal. So let's just take a look at a D&D character. Let's just take a look at this is my tabletop D&D guy. I get it with the Necrons, right? In fact, I have one. Hold on. I have one here. This was a lot better. So here's what I did. Thank you, noob. So here's what I did. Okay, let's put a pin. We're putting a pin in that D&D. Here's what I did, Pascal. I painted him black and white. Okay, here he is, black and white. Okay, and then I highlighted. Look, here's what he looked like. See that? I did not even make a color of an armor. I was practicing a theme. That's my whole point. So I can't do tabletop, and that's fine. I'm not even going to try. It pisses me off, Pascal. Like I can't, like these guys here that like that. Some guys are saying, oh, that's good enough. No, I can't. I cannot do it. No. It's gotta be like this. Okay? This is my tabletop. Right. It has some paints, but tabletop over here is like really kind of well, he needs, I can't let go at that point. It's not working for me, but this works. If we do this. Yeah, well, to me it is, Pascal. That's kind of, it's this is what this is primed for glow effects. Okay? That's to me. Now, here's this guy. I paint him black, and then I do the black and white. See the white, right, on all the highlights. Then what I did is I brought in the glow effects over the white, right? Let me take these off for a second. Okay, so then I bring the green in over the white to get my glow. I created a little back effect, like in the back of the chest, black to create, more volume, and then made his gun really glowy and added orange eyes. And this, to me, tabletop, to me, that's like, okay, really hard to let go of. It's compulsive. It's like, oh my God, no. Okay, so this is what I was doing. And this is a tabletop. Okay. So I need to figure out, before we get crazy and go to here, or let go here, this guy is kind of in the middle to me. All right. I don't particularly love it. No, this is a personal army, but I want to be faster. This is a personal army. This belongs to Geek. I don't take commissions because our store here locally charges $2.50 to paint one tabletop. Okay, so then I did this. This is display quality. Okay? So then there was this guy, and he's display quality. I wouldn't call it competition worthy because I don't feel like, oh, you scared the bejesus out of me. Are you cold? Okay, well, that's scary, honey. Oh. Are you okay? That's a reverse sneeze. You're not gonna die. Okay, calm. You got it? Okay. Oh my gosh. Got herself worked up. Okay, so then this is display, but not necessarily competition. So I am aware of the different levels. Okay, well now, noob, that's what I'm trying to avoid. So what I'm trying to get from you guys is that so like this guy, this is above tabletop. Hi, Scooter. Okay, I'm sure what you think is tabletop and what they consider tabletop over here at our stores is probably completely different, Pascal. This is probably what you and I would think is good tabletop work. Like it's a really good presentation. Yeah, no, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Because I'm telling you, these guys, that's tabletop over here. No more than 3 colors. You don't get a bunch of highlights. You just get a couple of colors and some shadows. You don't get a bunch of edge highlighting or anything fancy like that. Yeah. So I don't want to do tabletop like they do here. I want to do my version. Yes, so this is the struggle. So what I'm trying to find out is I want to make a video, Pascal. And the video is about knowing when to stop. So, now you're fast, I'm guessing, I don't know. But if it's taking me an hour and a half for one, isn't that too long? Maybe 2 hours. Now I'll admit, it used to take me 10. No. Whoa. Okay, so this guy at the wall and then paint some more. Okay. You see, now you guys from across the pond have a different perspective. That's why I'm asking you. Okay? 2 hours. So this guy took about 4. Okay? You would disagree, Ado. Okay, then share with me because I want to know. So this guy took about 4, but I'm learning to speed up. So it was that was really good for me at the time I did him. Okay, so now these guys I can do in about 2 because I'm gonna batch paint all the primer. Also, I use silver primer. Okay, and then all the glow effects, and then that's gonna take 90 minutes for me to do 20 to here. Okay. Then I go in and spend another hour on each one individually. So however you would divide that. Let's see, however long you want to spend. Okay. You want way more than 1 hour done in an hour. Wait. I want way more than 1 done in whoa. Ado. Like for real. Can I see some of your work? Do you have pictures of like? Can you show me something you've painted like in it, and then give me an estimate on time? Oh yeah. So I'm trying to make a video. I'm going to be making a video, Azrael. I'm going to be making a video. One of my problems is I don't know when to stop. It drives me out of my mind. I'm like, no, I can't. It's not done. Let me take this off while we're talking about this so I don't get a headache. Thank you for the coffee, Geek. So, and excuse the messy hair, you guys. It's just what I could. Hello, Dylan. Hi. 5 sisters in 5 hours. See, so this is, okay. So if this is above table, and that's what I want. I want a standard of all of my work to be above tabletop. And then when we get to something like this, I want it to be, party crashing good. I want to get it where like people are like, ooh, that's important. That's what I figured, Ado. And I put the process on there. Let me see if I have anything. So here's a guy that's tabletop to me. Let's see. You do everything in batches and it speeds up. Okay. For me, the first part is really fast. When I'm doing it, you guys, like I put them all on this, hold on, I'll show you. I put them on this. We call it a lazy Susan. You guys probably know it. Let me back out. My desk is a mess, you guys. I spilled paint all over it yesterday. Okay. So I put them on one of these and then it turns. And then I spray them from one angle, the front, the right side, the left side, the back side. Okay. And then I do that with all the primer, all the first color, shadow, glow, and then first glow color. Correct. That's when I slow down. Okay, so if we're doing this, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, let me see. I want to see what Osri has to say. My stopping point is after I finish a piece of the model. I put it 3 feet away. Okay. Last thing I did is noticeable. If it is, okay, we can try more. Interesting. Okay. So that's part of the issue too, is that I look at everything through fine detail, and I'm like, okay, Geek tells me when you are painting warriors, they don't need to have that kind of intensity. But when you start painting your bosses, then that's a different story. Let's see. You need to decide which details are mandatory and which are negatable. Neglectable. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, like, their chests and glowing faces, the guns. So basically, I don't even really need to worry. And that's what I've been trying to do, is focus like above the knees on some, right? See, notice I didn't do a whole lot on the feet, right? Just go above the knees. When I teach a chibi class, that's one of the things I tell people is if you're doing a chibi, don't spend a lot of time making sexy boots and sexy pants go from the waist up. Focus on the hair, the eyes, the hat, that kind of thing. Let's see. Don't even paint gun. Wait, now what, Pascal? Could you say that again, Pascal? Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, right. Okay, I see what you're saying, because right. So my visual interest thing, my obsession with the visual interest may be part of that problem. Typing is hard. I know, right? Words are hard too. Let me see. Do I have where's the guy with the pouch? Where's the hold on. I think it might be her. Hello, Wandering Lands. No, it's not her. It's here we go. This is an example of, oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. Pretty good. We're discussing now, this is display. This is going to go on display. But we're pretending it's above tabletop, okay? So, you're pretending this is above tabletop. So, where I've got this little pouch for visual interest because it's on display, painted blue to draw the eye in and give the back a little bit more dimension. Her axe is not done because it's killing me. And I've moved most of the visual above the waist. I still haven't painted her armor here yet. This one, notice she's got like every little belt on her is painted. Make sure you guys are focused in. There we go. Every little belt on her, every little buckle, every little hole. See, that's what I'm thinking about with. Thank you, Pascal. Thank you. They are. I did a little kit bash on them. I'm. Chibis are a pretty strong point, and a lot of people private message me and tell me that they're overlooked a little bit and they would like more chibi. So I try to kind of focus on doing some tutorials and whatnot for them. So these guys are going to go on display. So in that case, there's a lot more of the little teeny tiny things picked out. But if they were not, let's pretend we're going to make this tabletop. So you would just leave these, maybe this armor, this color, and leave the pants alone, leave the boots a dull color, not even worry about that. It could just be like a brown or something, and really just focus like on the chest, the face, and the hair. Now this took a minute. I think we took 4. I think this was 4 for both of them. Was I think 4 consecutive streams. Oh, this is done. Well, okay, but this is okay. Yeah. In fact, I probably overdid it. Her wings aren't glued on, by the way. Her wings aren't. Let's see. You are painting a skeleton army, zenithal airbrush, a bone color. Paint the armor purple. Edge highlights with a dry brush. Fill in some details. Oil, wash, varnish. That's it. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Ezreal says, another thing that you do with batch painting troops is after you finish the base coating with the airbrush, meaning primer, or the base color coat, you find 3 points of detail contrast and stick to those. Right, that's what Pascal is saying. So like for Necron Warriors, dark silver on the joints, right? And on the gun. And the eyes, gun coils, chest, right? We were just talking about that, right? And then what? Right. Okay. So my primer and base color. Okay. So my Necrons here have if I were to do it that way, would have very little left to go. But see, I can't stand not having the depth. So wait, let's take a look at this guy. So here's a guy that has a little bit more done on him, but maybe, I mean, in reality, if I just went in here and washed all the recesses with a really dark color, it would bring out the glow, right? Oh, no, that's totally cool. I think everybody that's in here right now, for the most part, has an accent. Okay, so knowing when to be done, when you're doing this, and you're being above tabletop, if you're going, so display would be a few more details. Ado, Pascal. So if you're going for display, for instance, where did that guy go? Here he is. So we're going for display in the case of this guy, and there's more shadows, more details, more blending, individual scales picked out, more colors, variance in textures, like some of these scales are metallic, true metallic, some are not. There's inks and there's a lot going on, so we get this display effect. And I already know that if we're going for competition, that's when we put like everything into it. Yep, that's about right. With the airbrushing, I do 3, maybe 4. Yes. Okay. That might be my problem right there, Pascal. You may have just hit the nail on the head. Is not being able to see it. I see every piece. Yeah, okay. I see every piece as an artistic venture. Every piece is an art piece. Okay. So what I don't understand, what I am having a hard time then wrapping my mind around is game pieces. Let me show you now. Wait. This one did not take me very long. And I want you guys to tell me if it is done. Okay, I'm going to show you a piece that I've been having on my desk, sitting here for a while. It's not done to me. Okay. Yes, exactly, Ado. Exactly. What are you trying to get from the display? Oh. So if I paint the game pieces for the distance they're going to be at, that's when they serve their purpose. Because what I do know is if I paint too many details and I don't bring these guys, these are a game piece. Hold on, let's focus in. Here we go. So these are a game piece, and the object of these guys for me was to get them to a point where you can see them, like boom, they got big bold colors and big and highlighted teeth and gums that are flapping in the wind, and so, and then I put a light background on the ground, which I'm still going to come back in. That's the last thing I got to do is just kind of get a little bit of dry brushing on the ground. But the point on these guys was that they're way above tabletop quality. I know that, but I was hoping somebody would have them on their desk as a desk buddy or something like that. But in looking at them from the perspective of being on the table, I could have stopped a little bit sooner. I managed to get each one done in a stream, which is kind of saying something because usually it takes a lot longer. But choosing your colors and really bold highlights, I can see where if I look at it from that standpoint, okay, okay, all right. Yeah, I can see that because if you look at this side, his spots are a little more muted because it's dark on this side. All right. Okay, I can wrap my mind around that. So like this guy needs his highlights. He's he is not he hasn't had his shadow and highlight work done. But to me, this is like just the bases, just the base coat is done. But in a game world, we could add the highlights and some really some good depthy shadows, and then get his teeth the right color, and the gums the right color, and he would be good as a game piece. Okay, all right. So I'm going to show you a game piece. All right, and then I just want you to tell me, okay, it's done. Now, this is work before. I did this work about a year and a half ago, but I never considered him done. Exactly. So that's now I've been able to avoid that blurry mess. I mean, I did that in the beginning, Pascal, because I used to paint 3 foot by 4 foot oil canvases. All right. And so I was trying to put that much work into one of these, and it just did not work out. It did not at all. What did Azrael said? And shots of color did use the bronze and base and zenithal. Right. Okay. No white and gold for highlight. And he gets blends and shadows and leaves the details solely as contrast. Okay. So you do most of your work, Azrael, with the airbrush. So in this world of game piece, is this guy done? Would we say, yeah, he's good? I mean, the only thing I don't like that I can't see his eye. He needs a different color eye. 2 Skaven armies, but you made sure that you could still see all the details. Right. And that is one of the things I strive for. So I have not made mud out of the details in a minute. Now, this guy, I know a lot more about choosing my colors. Right. As a tabletop game piece. We're just talking like as a game piece. I mean, I have learned a lot more about values and colors and different things like that since this guy. So I have another 6 of these to paint, and they will be different. You spend more time dialing in the details, but airbrushing doesn't take long. Correct. Yeah, I noticed that. Squat, right, exactly. Okay. Cloths are clear. Okay. So, yeah, and then and the important thing to me about this guy was, that his face, I mean, I think his eyes should be a different color. And this magic belt that he's wearing, was OSL. Everybody was asking about OSL, so I just pulled him out and did some OSL. So I feel like I mean, I think he's pretty, just not like I just didn't feel like he was done. I felt like I really needed to go in there and do like a lot more blending and more shadow and yeah, exactly. But as a game piece, like people that see him are like, oh, they're wow. They're like, oh, yeah, wow. But to me, it's like, no, not wow. But that's what I have to unwrap my mind is to I don't like anything I do in life, Pascal, to be substandard. I like it to be.
Welcome aboard the Black Pearl.
Thank you, Ricky Bobby. Well, I thought you were already following me, Ricky Bobby. I like everything that I do to be above. I like to work to set bars. That is exactly why you don't do armies for commissions. Okay, so I don't do armies for commissions. But the reason I'm asking you guys these questions is A, I want to make a video because I really struggle with this. Turns out a lot of people struggle with it. So I want to make a video for people and say, okay, this is what it's about, you guys. This is what I've learned. So they can set themselves free when they're painting their army, and the difference between painting the troop pieces and painting their fancy guys, and be able to let go at that point and say, okay, that's where we're at. The other reason that I'm asking is because I'm painting Geek's army, and I want to be able to not spend 4 hours on one Necron, warrior, the little warriors, when he's got like 100 of them. Hello, Mage Tails. How you doing? So, finding that point where where I can let go and say, okay, this is done. Pretty good. We're having an intense conversation. Yeah, okay. And then, right? And so, but at the same time, Samini, I do really love to paint Warhammer, mostly the big fancy. Mostly everything is the big fancy pieces, you guys. But in the case of Geek, I want to be the one that paints all of his so that the same artist has done all the work and it all ties together, and so that he can play, and I have a whole bunch of Marines that need to be painted and orcs. I love, oh my gosh, I love Pascal to paint the orcs. The orcs to me, you guys, are super fun. Like, they are so much fun. The importance of the model. Basic troops can be painted with much less effort. Right. Yes, that's what I'm trying to let go of the warriors, and it's hard. Just to say, okay, these are the steps, and then we're done. So that I'm not obsessing over them. Hold on, let me show you a few of the bigger pieces. Okay, here's some more. And each one being a different level of, and then when the basing is done, they look a whole lot better too. Thank you for the follow, Osriel. If I got that, I hope I got that right. So here's one of the warlords. His palette is fairly simple, but I was very satisfied with this piece. He took a minute. He was an instructional. This is not color shift. This is, I make color shift. Not by mixing paints together, but glazing. Wait. Oh, by the way, why that poor tabletop OSL glow isn't working? It is way too bright. Yes, right. I know. It's not done, and I am aware of that because it's bright everywhere. The whole thing is bright. Darken the green a lot, and you'll see it work much. So yeah, when I come back in to clean it up, it looks a little more like this, where some areas are dark and some areas are light, like this, like the dark area around. Also, my lights wash it out really bad, by the way, Pascal. This looks a lot better in person than it does in this light. My lights tend to wash the day glow out a little bit. But yeah, I had to come back in, and is this guy one of the, not this one. Yeah, so I did these guys, and then I didn't particularly care for the way the rib cage came out. I like the glow on the armor, but usually the way it goes is I make a glow inside the armor. Here, let me show you another one. the glow in the arm. Yeah, now where's the guy? Okay, hold on. I can't do both. Let me see. So I was experimenting with different chest looks, and this is the one I ended up liking. Let me see. Is he here? Because there he is. There he is. This is the one that I ended up liking. He needs orange eyes. So the glow on the armor. Okay, yeah. So, but it was what worked about that, I think, was adding that contrast of the black in the back. Now, if you were looking at him in person, the lights blur it all. You could actually see that there is a bright yellow glow inside, and then black and bright yellow, and then it's neon green on the outside. But I reduced it to a smaller area and then spread just the wisp of the glow onto the arms. Now, let me see which one of these guys. Okay, here's another guy. I was trying to speak. So I've been doing all these different techniques to see which one works. This is my favorite in the rib cage. But when you add the glow, hold on, let me just do it so that my elbows are on the desk, and then that way you guys are, there we go. There. When you add the glow onto the armor, you lose your contrast. Now, if you make dark armor, where is your glow? So it gets a little bit confusing. I love the glow, like I like when it's like this, or on this guy's butt. See how that turned out right there? And glow is one of the things I work a lot with. The further away from the source, the darker it should get. Correct. So maybe also too many glow spots. So like this glows, that glows, this glows, that glows, that glows, maybe not so many glows. On the edges of the chest plate. Let's see if I have one. I think I do. Yeah, so here's this guy. And that's how I did it here. His armor is his armor is silver, but it has a purple glow from the glowy wand. This is old work. This is my old work. It's like 2 years ago. And so my blends, there's a lot of stuff that I did here that I don't do anymore, that I've learned not to do. But the object, what I'm showing you, is the glowy chest. So one side kind of has the fire glow coming in. You can see it on all the points. And then this other side has the purple glow coming in on all the points. But the chest is, yes. And I think maybe too many glow sources, on that one. I think I got on these guys. I think I got a little excited with all the glow. I was like, yeah, let's make it glow everywhere. Maybe not, right? So it's too much. And I'm struggling with these friggin' blades too. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. But this guy. So here's a glow, and I think you might be able to. So take the machinery out of it and put in organic. This was a tutorial in, right. That was my thought too. So, and this is one of my favorite pieces that I worked on. I loved working on this piece. So, but kind of focusing in a spot for the glow instead of getting all the glows everywhere. And this is again that the manual color shift. I have a way that I do use translucence to build a color shift on metallic to create that homemade color shift. I like it better. I also have been struggling with a lot of the color shift paints that I use, that they are not a good consistency. I'm going to get some of the Green Stuff World color shift and see where it takes me. So, see which one of these guys. This one. All right. And then, let's see. Let me take a look at these different ones. You can take a look at these. Okay. So, here's a, okay. Let's take a look. I see. Right, okay. Which is why the one works but not the other one. So but that's not on his body. Let me see this one. That's where the machinery. Okay. And that's a lot of glow too. But again, the one source, as in like, well, I mean, the green is one source. Yeah, that's helpful. That is helpful. So then we got these. So I did this, but yeah, I really like them. They're like that green one really, because it's like you can, it's got the source of the green, but you see it dissipate across it. That one that Samini worked on recently of the nun, it's like a lamp or fire glow that's golden, is pretty incredible. The way it like dissipates across the body. So I really enjoyed that. Yes, versus the materials that it's right, exactly. Which is not that difficult for the most part when you're dealing with Warhammer pieces, because they're usually pretty consistent. I mean, not orcs, but everything else is. So this was like my first attempt, and you'll notice that it doesn't like it doesn't have any movement. It's a little bit static. And but I mean the colors, I thought the colors were pretty. Everybody really liked them. Yeah, exactly. But they look cool on the table. Everybody liked them. They were impressed. They won a prize. Awesome. Okay. Now okay, these took a long time to be tabletop though. See, that's the thing. But this is to me tabletop, right? So then the next time that I did it, I broadened the glow to make them visually when you're looking at them on the table, because this kind of faded away when you get away from it. It didn't, it wasn't holding its own. Notice the vents at the top, there wasn't enough. So it wasn't, so I came back and then I did it again. And I broadened the glow and lightened the purple and added some color in the vents, gave a little edge highlighting. And I liked it better from a distance. And I definitely, by adding dark to the glow area, I feel like the underneath way that this one was way better than this one, by actually adding a deep color instead of a neon color. So, and these to me were kind of tabletop, but they really did take a minute. I paint a little faster now, so hopefully the next ones. Oh, and then there was their faces too, the two faces. So I painted this face right, all purple, and then the eyeball just gets lost in it, right? Even with the edge highlighting, it's just and then when you get a distance from it, all you see is a white dot in the middle of purple. So I left the kind of Necron-y color on this one and came in with the purple. Notice I did a little bit of edge highlighting on this too. Oh, this is the one that melted in front of the dryer. I mean the heater. Yeah, look at all, see how his little crooked legs? I turned a heater on and it was sitting on a shelf and it cooked it. Why are you always losing your leg, little girl? You need to, I don't like that. One of these days you're going to lose it. Gone for good. Now, this is what everybody's calling tabletop. After painting, okay. Right. Exactly. Correct. I don't. I'm trying to get to where I can get things done more readily, speed up the process. So I'm going to have to back out a little bit. You guys, again, I spilled all over my desk, so please forgive. Let's take these guys. They're the done guys. Thank you for that follow, Landslaw. Okay. So I don't have all the pieces to this. They're not all here. But this to me, this is tabletop. Everybody at the store is telling me it's above tabletop, but this did not take that long. Now I dominated, of course, by doing most of the glow with an airbrush over the white, okay? Then I came in to create those effects to draw the eye in around the front there, like in the controls and up in here in his controls. And then I focused the eye all on, got little bits of detail on the guy, right? And notice the glow in his chest. This is indeed easy. Above tabletop. Okay. Now notice the glow in the chest, though. I went with white. Actually, hold on. It's a really light purple. Like super, super. Right. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay. I hadn't thought about that. Geek mentioned that. Geek did mention that. Random thought. I was at my local game store and noticed there was a bunch of European fantasy stuff with knights and wizards, a ton of sci-fi stuff, but almost no Japanese stuff like samurai and ninja stuff. Was quite interesting. That stuff is super popular, but there isn't much of it. That is true in the game stores. Try comic books, Mage Tales. Comic book stores. They have it. So on this one, I just centered the view to the panel, and I didn't get excited by putting all the crazy everything everywhere. Now, what ended up happening, it's not done, okay? Because these were all supposed to be edge highlighted with like white in there and then edge highlighted in all these. But Geek ended up needing it to game with. And when I saw it on the table, I realized, like the hoses aren't done. But when I saw it on the table, I realized it had a really good presence on the table. And so I feel like I'm oftentimes way overdoing it. And so it's costing me a lot of time. And so once it got played, I was like, well, why do I need to come back and do all of that if it already, and everybody loved it. They were like, oh, yeah, woo, you know. So that whole letting it go part. And I want to do a video on this to help people that when they're painting their miniatures and they're creating this army, every single one of them does not have to be done to the nth degree. And you can let go of some of them. And even these bigger ones, what I did with this is I focused the eye around these parts here to make it pop in the middle, you know, because it kind of gives it an like a frame. Like this whole spider part is framing this really cool part in the middle here. And ended up liking it and thought, okay, well, if I could do, and then when you're looking at him from the back, he has kind of the same thing going on because he's got like these glowy stuff. Notice he's got glowy underneath there and here, and then his guns that are under here are kind of glowy. Good night. Yes, I love what you've brought to the table. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it very, very much, and I know it's late where you are. Also, pronouncing the name. Hold on. Azriel, thank you for your input, as well as Adu. Did I get that right? Ado. No, hold on. No. Ado. Ado. There. Ado, thank you very, very much for the input. Yes, thank you. I really appreciate the input. And Simini, I knew that you probably did not even like to paint Warhammer. And sometimes I have my own challenges with it as well, no, like whether or not I even want to paint it. But what I do want to do is I want to be able to help people get over that hump. I appreciate it, Pascal. I appreciate it. Many mahalos, my friend. You're more of a player than a painter. So you do look for the shortcuts. And this is the whole point, is I want to help people let go. Thank you so much for your love today, Pascal. Thank you. I do, because a lot of people get hung up. And if I go into the game store, well, Geek is the one that has the pieces. It's his pieces. But if he goes into the game store and people can see me deliver that, because they know the level I paint at when I compete in game pieces, and then if they can see this and be like, oh, what is this? I'll be like, oh, I am showing you that is a warrior, and they don't need to be painted to the nth degree. Yes, well, that is, I really, Azrael, one of my missions is to get people over the inhibition of their work having to be as good as some of these guys that have painted forever. And I'm very much about that. Everyone in here will tell you, don't be shy to show your work. And that reminds me, for all of you guys that were here for the Love Gallery on Friday, I want you guys to know something. We have some people coming into our crew that have been painting and competing, painting display pieces and competition pieces, and have taken really big awards, trophies. Don't be intimidated. They are chosen from the people that are out there as good-hearted, helpful, involved people. So please, when you guys see this work in the Love Gallery, don't be intimidated by their work. They've been doing this for a long time. They do something different. And even some of the guys that have those competitive level game pieces, please don't be intimidated by their work. Please continue to share and understand they are here to help us. They are here to help us improve what we are doing if we want to. And you know what? If you have put paint on a miniature and you are enjoying what you are doing, there's no one that can say what you are doing is wrong or anybody's is better than anybody else's. Just realize the more time you spend doing it, the better you're going to get. And please don't be intimidated. Some of these guys I've invited hello, Iffy. I have invited a couple of more, and their work is going to stagger you a little. Don't be intimidated. Don't, because that's some of these guys have really, really big hearts, and their goal is to help, for real. And it's sometimes, even for me, it's like, what I did is I actually searched the Instagram and in it for 2 years. For 2 years, I looked at work until somebody threw me right out of my seat. That would be Simini. And it took a lot of guts for me to go in there and talk about that, because, oh, what if he went to my page and saw my work, and then, who am I, right? And I will tell you, that's one of the biggest hearts, one of the kindest, most generous people I have ever met in my life. So we need to remember, just, we all start somewhere, and we all have our own way of being in this adventure and this journey. Don't judge yourself, and no one here is judging you. If you need help with something, that's what we are here for. I wanted to make sure everybody knew that, and I'm going to say that more than once. Remind me to say it regularly, because I have had a few direct messages that were a little intimidated by some of the work that's showing up. And I also don't want you guys that know you are painting at the bar to stop putting your work in, because it makes it's beautiful. It's what some of us reach for that. That's, some of us don't. Let's not judge ourselves, okay? Just don't judge yourselves. Be gentle. Yes, Ado, please do put some of your work in there. Yeah, some people are born with a paintbrush in their hand, Mage Tales, and some people aren't. I'm telling you, if you'd have met me about 15 years ago, it would blow your mind that I can even operate a cell phone or a computer or anything. But I ended up with this guy named Geek, and he is a total and absolute nerd when it comes to computers. And if I didn't learn, then there would be like gaming. He's that's hardcore gamer, like all the games, all the puzzles, everything. He loves to play games. So I had to learn to become a gamer. All the kids loved computer games, and I started playing WoW. To wrap my mind around it, to become part of it. And if you guys are part of it and you're painting your miniatures, even if you're getting somebody else to paint them, you are part of the adventure. Don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, Scooter, sometimes he does. Sometimes he does. Oh, wait, why is that leg crooked? Holy cow, why do you have a crooked leg? No. Okay, well, anyway, he can have a crooked leg. He's walking. Well, I really thought, same thing with language, noob. I try to learn what the terms are and what's being used and sort of keep up with that kind of a thing. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Poggers was a little much for me. I don't use it, but I did definitely, when it first came on the scene, I go look into those things in case I want to use it. You never know. Sick is one of my favorite ones. Sick and Killer are two of my favorite ones. You know what? Exactly. And that is, Mage Tales, and that is exactly, it's like you make the decision for yourself, guys. You make the decision for yourself. Like, where do you want to be? Everything takes work. You know what I tell everybody? I tell everybody, one of the things when I'm talking, like when we're in the game store and stuff, I tell them, do you remember learning to drive? Right? It's everybody at some point has to learn to drive. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you just take public transportation. Okay, there's always that person, a few people, and that's fine. That's fine. What I'm saying is anybody who's going to drive, you have to learn to drive. Now, some of us, like myself, I watched all the time. So it came very naturally to me. I had an interest in cars. I watched all the time. And so when I did eventually get behind the wheel, it didn't take a whole lot of explanation. I grasped it. Okay? But sometimes, and actually, I like somebody else to drive most of the time, and I love being a dog in the car. And just watching the things go by and the wind blow and the leaves fall and the picket fences, that's my idea of a good drive. So when we do this, we can be if we could just be like, okay, I'm going to learn to drive because I just want to be able to transport myself to and from work and get the groceries and do this sort of a thing. But maybe they're never going to be the kind of person that does any additional driving. And people like that. They don't like to take off on road trips or adventures, and that's fine. Let's not judge them. They're driving, And some people just aren't very good at it, and some people excel at it, and some people are race car drivers. But if we got up tomorrow and we wanted to be a race car driver, we'd have to go get the training and spend the time to do it. Yes, transport to the hobby shops. Exactly, Dave. Exactly. Point being, I took my Twitter, I did it right today, and I turned it into a place to support the creative journey. Some people, this type of creativity is not even on their agenda. They take martial arts. We can't judge them either. Some people meditate on the beach and that's their creative outlet. I mean, it is very, very different. Some people just go view things. They just go look at things. Museums, beaches, nature walks. They don't even take pictures. They just look. That's their creative outlet. We shouldn't hold ourselves in a place where we allow ourselves to be judged or to be judging. The point is, are you doing something to have a creative outlet? I mean, it's the same, kind of the same for me, Mage Tales. I mean, I've been painting since I was, my dad set up my first studio when I was 9. Okay, here's the thing. Painting miniatures did not come naturally. Paint, yes. Paint comes naturally. Painting miniatures, whole another world. It's a whole other thing. And the creativity is the passion from within. So if you have a passion for it, let it happen. Let it happen. Because that passion is telling you something. It's saying, hey, I want to do this. I like to do this. So just and not to compare yourself to the other people, because those people started somewhere too. Yes, and it's funny, Dave, the 3D painting actually was easier for me than minis. Minis were quite the challenge. It's it's really hard to think you don't need to add all that extra to the mini. If you look at the Geeks Army, that's the old pieces, they're kind of cakey. I put so much paint, like layers, because I glaze, that's what I do on canvas. There's so many layers that it's almost weird to look at them. I mean, when I look at these guys, are all sharp and all their little details are all showing and everything. And I can see their ribs and all the little nubs and the bolts and everything. And then the ones that I first painted for him, they're very, they're bulky of paint. Not that the paint was thick, just that I just kept layering and layering and layering. It got crazy. And here. Oh, I didn't show this to Pascal. Oh, he missed it. I'm not going to show this to Pascal. Here's my first mini. Dun da 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 da. Woot! Look at all that metallic. He's sexy. Come on. In his green breeches. Oh, look at that butt crack. Look at the shadow in that butt crack. That looks good. Now, I was really proud of myself because I had shadows. I didn't know a whole lot about highlights when I first did this. I love working with metallic paints. You guys all know that. And the thing is this is really good. If somebody else showed me this work, first of all, everything's covered with paint. Really good complementary colors, like you started getting some shadows in there. He stands out when you look at him. Pull him back. Hang on. Pull him back. So you get 12, 18 inches on him. He stands out. So in reality, I did a really good job. I just didn't know I did, So we all start somewhere. It's important not to judge yourself. You're your own worst critic, so let's not do that. And that was kind of what my shout out yesterday was about, is not judging yourself and accepting compliments and being grateful for the people that support your creative journey. Sometimes there's people in front of us supporting us and we just don't give them credit. You guys want to make sure that those people, that you are taking those compliments in to your heart. And when you don't, you're not respecting their opinion. So like if you look at something and you're like, oh yeah, I don't like it. That's fine. You can not like it. But if somebody says to you, that's really good. I like the colors that you chose and I think it looks really nice. Saying something like, oh, I don't like that one. I didn't do a good job on it or whatever. You're not respecting their opinion. Their opinion was that it was really nice, and they're showing you, they're telling you, it's sometimes people aren't verbal, so it's nice to get something verbal. And so respect their opinion, and be honored that they like what you did. It will help make you feel better about what you're doing and the stages you're going through. Yes. Yes, noob, they will. And I'm going to tell you, you need to just open the doors to yourself and allow it to flow through you. Look at it like this. Tell yourself that you are being kind to this other person by respecting their opinion. It took me years to learn this, and trust me, you don't want to take like 20 years to learn something like that, because then you look back on your life and go, wow, because it really, when somebody says something kind to you and we diss it, it makes them feel very awkward, you know? That is true. I actually prefer to work on those, Ado. The bigger ones are comfortable for me. Yes, and there's layers and layers, and I liked that. I like the bigger ones. And so you guys got to realize when somebody is looking at your work and they are complimenting it, open your mind, open your heart, and let it flow through you. Because somebody is verbally coming out and appreciating something you've done. A lot of people don't. They're just like, whatever. You know? So somebody's actually making the time in life. It's so rare right now. Like, we've come to a point where we're not like that anymore, you guys. So if somebody is making time in life to open their mind and their eyes and see what you're doing and appreciate it, open your heart and your mind and let that flow through you. And the awkwardness, trust me, it will go away when you start thinking about it as respecting someone else's opinion and being grateful that they think that. Think about this. You created something that someone else appreciates. Right? Isn't that a good feeling? Let that happen. When I paint the Necrons, and I'll be like, I freaking hate these guys. Man, this shit, this tabletop, freaking fuckity fuck, right? And then Geek will come by and go, oh, those guys are looking good. I don't say that. I say, oh, thank you. I think the first 15 years Geek and I were together, every day he tells me at least half a dozen times, you have a great ass. I'm dead serious. I think he tells me, I can't think of even the most stressful day at work. He would tell me at least twice. And I'd be like, yeah, well, it'll get better when I lose some weight, or I'm not fitting into the pants that I want to right now, or, well, these pants make it look awkward. There's always something. And eventually, it was actually, I went and saw this very, very fancy therapist that specialized in a whole bunch, and I brought it to him. And he's the one, like, he had 6 different doctorates in 6 different types of psychotherapy. And he was the one that ended up answering that for me. And when I started saying thank you, I'm glad you appreciate it. That's what I started saying. I say thank you. I'm really glad you appreciate it. That makes me feel good. When I started, like, not I appreciate my butt, not what I think about my butt, but just thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it. That makes me feel good, and the awkwardness went away. Try it. Just tell someone, thank you. I'm so glad you appreciate it. You know, that one was hard for me, or that really makes me feel good. I wasn't sure if I did if I completed it to the fullest, or you could give an emotional thing like that to them to allow them the freedom to open up and even give more. But seriously, and Ado, you should not feel awkward. Your work is beautiful. I have not seen your work, I don't think. Noob, have I seen your work? So anyway, that's what my thing was about yesterday that I went off on in my mind, was that I just felt like we might need to give a little more love to the people that are loving what we do and support each other a little more. Okay, okay. Well, let's take a peek. Let's do that. Let's just take a peek. These were Pascal's. Hold on. We'll take a peek. Pascal was showing me a green glow. There. Go to the gallery. It's in a good spot. Isolating it to a single source and dissipating as it comes out away from the source, which for some reason I seem to understand when I'm doing that with a person and an OSL, but then when it comes to the Necrons, I kill them with their glowy stuff. And there was another one. There he is. Now, the fire one, I've actually got a guy that is fighting in front of a campfire. There's no campfire. It was imaginary. And I got the understanding of that. But the Necrons is where I just, and when I say kill it, I don't mean in the good way. I mean, I kill it like, kill it with a spatula or a spoon or something like that. Where is my, yeah. Meta Chicken. I did not hear the alert. Thank you so much. Is my alerts turned down? Hold on. Maybe. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's take a look at what we've got in here. Let's see. I think that's where we ended, was with that beautiful doggo that belongs to, that puppy belongs to one riser. He almost died. He's a cutie. Total cutie. And this little baby belongs to Noob, which we weren't really going through the fur gallery. We're going through the love gallery, but these were in there, and it's cute. Oh, thank you very much, Meta Chicken. I feel like that's kind of what I ended up dedicating my... Oh, there's a hair. Hold on, guys. Sorry, there's a little hair. That's a good point, Simini. On the Necrons, that might be very helpful. That might be. Yes, Meta Chicken, I felt like we, as creatives, we needed to think about the people that support us more. And to give them respect to their opinions, as well as support one another more. Oh, I don't even see, who is that? Oh, Tofuti. Oh, absolutely love this distressed armor. Holy cow. Hell yeah. Oh, so are these Marines? Oh, good. Off work time is always the best. Always the best, Toph. Always the best. These are really cool. These are Marines. Do these, wait, they're Marines from the, so do these faces come, like, they come with them, or are these replacement heads? Yeah, I really dig the paint chipped armor. Yeah. And I like your base. I love bases that frame the miniature. Okay. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Some of these heads look, I love this helmet right here. That helmet. That's nice. I love your choice of colors too. So your choice of colors, very, very complimentary. So, they pop. The fact that the base is just really frames the miniature. Yes. Look at you with your little baby. His little baby. Oh, Dave. That's right. Riser, are you out there? Right on. When did you start this, man? And is this Use Your Woods mini holder? Friday night. Right on. Right on. That's good to hear. Excellent. Excellent. I've done this one for a friend. That's where I found out that I did. Oh, that you didn't like painting them. But it is, that axe hurts me so many. That is a real, I love the whole thing is good, but that axe is fucking fab, man. Mm. Orthober, right. Orthober is the one with the thick wood. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh, great stuff from Joe, right? No, that's awesome. Dave, did you get the Ilther also? Yeah, he got thick wood. Yeah, he does. I love it, Samini. I mean, I can see where, it would be. Also, did you paint it pre-assembled or did you do sub-assembly and then have to glue it together? What I do? Oh, what I say? Again? There's no.
You didn't say
Oh,
anything. Proven, I don't know.
yeah. And so some of those guys pre-assembled are a nightmare. And it's a headache because I feel like there should be paint in there wherever whatever, when something's covering something. Oh, yay, Dave, you got Ilther. I still have Ilther to work on. I was actually looking at someone's work that I saw recently that is, they painted an ape, and I think I'm going to use a little bit of the lighter skin color like they did on their ape, and also do the hair on him with maybe a little bit of orange tips on it, orangish brown tips on it, black at the base. I was gonna do it white with black tips, but then I think the white would stand out, like it would really make him stand out. You have, yes, excellent. The details are too big.
All right.
Hello, Azriel. How are you? Wow, long time no see. How are things? I'm beginning to wonder if people in chat aren't seasonal. You think they're that the details are too big in comparison to the size of the miniatures, so many? Yeah, that might be, I don't know. Maybe that's part of, I don't know. With the Necrons, they're just so tiny. A lot of times I just overdo it. Iffy. It's been a rough few weeks at work, working 6 days, running 2 stores, and training. Oh, yes, training people. That is exhausting right there. Haven't had much time to paint, but he got this down today. Oh, and work on the hair for this gal. Wait. But you're going to sit down today and work on the hair for this gal. Oh, you really did a nice smooth job on that skin, Iffy. Look at that. Do you know what I really liked about this model? Wait a minute now. This is not, I've seen this before. What is this model? Captain Longbow. Yes, actually, we're taking a little cruise on Sunday. Okay, hold on. What is Macy? Too much raised, good for. Yeah, okay. That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's like a lot of the people from back a year ago are showing. I mean, I'm wondering if maybe some of the people in chat are not seasonal. It is Reaper. It is, okay. So I think the last time that I saw it, it might have been painted blue. But so what I liked about this particular mini, their construction, is that her feet were not too little. I don't like it when they make a miniature, and I know females are supposed to be daintier, and I know that that's what they're aiming for, but I don't like it when they make the feet too tiny. And I loved the fact that she had larger feet. I like it. I like it. It's one of the reasons why I wanted this miniature was because she had big feet. But I think you really have done well on the skin tones, Iffy. Like, good job. Did you take a skin class when Reaper had the virtual thing going on? No, these are big feet. These are big feet. Oh, and that hair is coming along quite well. It looks like fire. The hair looks like fire. Yes, right, right. I gotta take a look at that and see if she does that differently than I do, because dark skin, I love the dark skin. I love the dark skin. I mean, I love painting it. It's just my favorite. If I could figure out, though, how to paint freckled, fair skin, that would be my favorite. Oh, yes, like they're just too small. They're just too small. Oh, yes. So I popped into Ado's, hold on. We're loading. Did I drop you guys? Sometimes that means I dropped you. Are you guys still there? Okay. Why are you doing that? Uh-oh. Discord's being weird. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, you put so many. Now we're going to have the Ado gallery, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, you too? Okay. Nope, you're not there. Okay. Okay. There we go. Yeah, these actually, I popped in there. Ado started following me, and I always check to see who's following, because sometimes they're just new accounts that are young bodybuilders and stuff, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I love them too, but if they've only got, if it's private, I usually don't follow back unless I know you. Then I will. It's beautiful skin tones on this one. It's very soft, Ado. Like the whole appearance. I love that the jacket looks soft. The skin is soft. Her expression is soft. I absolutely love how soft. And this was, oh, so you guys, can you guys see this? Is it too dark for you? You might take a peek at Ado's Instagram, because there's freehand all over this guy. Like all that you're seeing, that's the gray, and it's all freehand. This guy is some good stuff. I bet this took you a minute. Yeah, that one. Because I saw the back of that one. Oh, it's amazing. It's got so much freehand on it. But of course, this is what stole my heart. You know, it reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. All of the dead pirates on board the dead ship. So you guys, I don't actually know, Ado, that we have your information. I know we have Pascal's, but if you guys want to put your information in the chat, shout yourselves out so people can go give you a follow. But they look good. This goes back to where we're looking at this, from, I mean, that is not a game piece, right? That's a display guy. He's awesome. And then there was these guys that had the freehand on them. Reminds me of the 80s vans, where they used to airbrush the 80s vans. I really liked the color of the metal on this. I would be very interested. I like a bronze and copper looking metals the best. I'd be very interested in what color went down first, and is this true metallic metal, Ado? Yeah, I popped into Ado's Instagram and I was like, "Ooh, I like this. I like this." And I was like, and then I was late. You notice I don't really have any makeup on today. Ado, that's your fault. Yep. Got sidetracked by all the pretties on your page. They are metallics. Okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I really dig the colors on that guy. He's got like this really good presence. I like the way that you did. So complementary, meaning they do like each other with the purple and the blue. But then on the outside of that, you framed it with all the yellow. I feel like it has a really strong presence. I love the deep, deep purple shadows. In the Discord, Toph, you've never posted in our Discord? Oh, I feel so honored. I could have swear you have before. Now, you see, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. These guys are here to help. If there's something that you want to know or need to know, just pop in there and ask, or pop in, sorry, guys, in the chat and ask. Don't be shy. Everybody that comes in here and shows their work, even if their work just blows your mind and you're just thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be that good. These people are genuinely grounded, wonderful people. And if for any reason anybody comes in here that is completely full of themselves and they are rude or mean or anything, it's just not enough screening done. And, there's going to be those people, but we've never had one here. They're all genuinely wonderful. Everybody started somewhere. Everybody started somewhere. Absolutely love your lava effects in this one too, Ado. I'm a sucker for some lava. I do love some lava. Oh my gosh, it's the great unclean one. Haha, Dave, look. I got it. How could I forget that? I did get that right? Yeah? Yeah. Yes. I think this is probably one of the more colorful ones that I have seen, Ado. I like it. I don't think I've seen anybody do a super, like, multicolors. Like, yes, colorful, meaning like, a whole lot of greens or a whole lot of greens and blues. But you've got a lot of complementary colors going on. It works. I like it. I like it. What I really, really like is that I can see the guy in his belly. He has a funky name. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But I love the fact that I can see the guy in his belly. So I tried with the guy that's inside the squig's mouth, and then the next time I do the next one, I'll do better, but it didn't quite show up. And it's some more freehand on another. Oh, what are those called? What are they called in Star Wars, those bikes that fly in the air?
Speeders.
Speeders. The speeder. It's a Warhammer speeder. See, now, this would be my motorcycle. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, beautiful. Just really, really beautiful. This right here, I love the lava. I just love painting fire and lava. It's like, that's delicious, though. And I've never seen this model, and you guys know how I love to see a new model. Also, I'm a sucker for wings, Ado. I'm a real sucker for wings. I love wings, vampires, a lot. I have a lot of faves, a lot of them. Let's see, noob. Oh, yes, machinery. Hell yeah. I really dig the colors of the metallic. It's really earthy. It's got a lot of depth without a whole lot of color. You kept it clean. I dig it. It's kind of got a little bit of a Mad Max feel to it. I like that. I like that. I think I remember seeing this one. I think I might be following your Instagram. Yeah, Mage Tales, a little steampunk to it. It's got a little steampunk feel to it. So does this actually. Did you freehand the front end of this? I like that. Very clean. Your brazen griffins. Free. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, this is Speeder too. This is Speeder too. Yeah. Recently, I've seen so much neat new stuff on Instagram. Oh yeah, I dig it. I like that. The freehand is really, really cool. But it does have that steampunk kind of a feel to it, Mage Tales. I agree. Especially this one. This one really has that steampunk feel to it. I also like teal and bronze together a lot. Or copper. I feel that they go well together. Maybe it's because copper turns greenish, blue as it ages. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I like it. He's got a piratey feel. It's got like this whole kind of a steampunk pirate twist, and oh yeah, steampunk pirates. Yes. I also like I think the spear mounted in the side, and then the fact that you made the head of the spear like a completely different color than the vehicle. It's nice. It's got a nice complementary pop to it. Boy, I do love me some teal. I like the teal and bronze together a lot, noob. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Also like it when you spend that amount of time and effort on a miniature just to give it that the base is like this perfect frame. Everybody knows I'm kind of a sucker for that. I am. Where the base, see that one is like just the base is just the right amount of good. My glitter bases on the Necrons, even you can still do an elaborate base, and if you get it just right, it still looks like it frames that mini just perfectly. Seriously, these guys remind me of they got like this whole twisted element going with steampunk, a little piratey, a little samurai-ish in a way. I dig it. And his pet is a vulture. Is that a vulture? That's awesome. Really good job. They are very nice. And these are game pieces? Oh, it is a bald eagle. Well, I don't have my screen glasses on. Damn. I bet when you break out your game pieces on the table, everybody runs. What is Mage Tales working on? Good night, Ado. Thank you so much for putting something in the Love Gallery, and thank you for joining us today on this PJ Sunday. I greatly appreciate it. Really. Your work is wonderful, and I look forward to seeing more of you and more of your work. I'm sure everyone does. The dice gods hate you. The dice gods love me. Oh, Mage Tales, this is now what is this? This is not a game piece. This is like a display of some sort, right? Rising Sun. Oh, it is. It is. This is lovely. It really absolutely has that metal feel to it. It looks like it's metal. Like it's made out of bronze, and it has glowing eyes. And then the OSL, I see it, but it looks like the little piece itself, like if you picked it up, it would be really heavy. I really like it. We have to look into this game, Geek Rising Sun model from CMON.
Cool mini or not? Cool mini or not?
Oh, that's not a game.
Cool mini or not is the company.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, you're poor. Sorry about that, noob. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, but you probably weren't laughing. So I'm just laughing at the situation, not at you. Rising Sun is a huge game. Made 4 million on the Kickstarter. Whoa!
Cool Mini or not. It's pretty popular.
And you've got that game, Wavy. And it is they have amazing minis, and there's a shit ton in the box. Amazing. So have you painted some and I just missed them? I think I'm just still as the new things start to cycle through, I'm I forget because I may not see another one of these for a minute. Hello, $36,000. How are you doing? Oh, hold on. Yeah, it totally looks like you really good job conquering that medal. You bought everything for the game. This is really cool. So what is the object of the game? It was a birthday gift, and you've not started painting it yet. So, Noob, is your Instagram name the same as I mean, Mage Tales, is your Instagram name the same as your Discord name? I'm not sure if I'm following you. Same with you, Noob. Can you guys shout your information out in the channel so Geek can gather it? Oh, and a rhino. I love the rhino. I love the rhino. And Noob is painting a pop. Now, I don't know who the pop is. I know I should probably know, but that is a really fucking cute pop. That's got that whole steampunk feel to it. I'm a huge I'm a huge fan of steampunk. Like old school. Okay. Hi. Wonderful. Did you tell her? She never reached out to me. We'll let her know before you guys start, Dio, that I will totally make time for her, okay? And absolutely, now okay, perfect. Okay, just let her know I will make time. I will make time for her, and let her know too that this upcoming week, Wednesday and Thursday has openings. I appreciate it. Thank you. Are you going to be live doing this, or is this privately for the project? Good luck. He's in good hands. She's wonderful. Okay. Yeah, these got a good feel, Noob. I'm digging the colors. Really though, they do really. And it's almost like old world, and it's like steampunk going back in time. Like some of the stuff that they have going on with them looks like it might even be gathered from, junk and refurbished and whatnot. Ooh, that's kind of crazy. Let's see, wait. Oh, so your Insta is Ring of Glass and Shadow. That's for your art. Okay, so you'll need to shout that Insta out in the channel, because I guarantee you that we probably don't, if the connection is not there. And Mage Tales would be the same, put whatever you want Geek to gather as your socials, put it in the chat so he can grab it, okay? Rising Sun is area control game. Interesting. Okay.
Like a new twist on Risk.
Okay. 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 Not much on the strategy. Tough. Oh my goodness. That is really looking smart, mate. Yes. Reminds me a little of Dolph Lundgren. Is this from the Berserk anime, Toph? Really nice. Really nice. Oh, I apologize. I think I missed some people greeting them. Good evening, Girl Painting.
Yeah, that is guts.
Good evening, Scarlett. How are you doing? And that one's really dark. Hold on. Oh no, that's tough. Okay. Well, I saw some names float by. I had to go back and get them. Yes, yes, I did. Excellent, excellent, Toph. Love it. Your skin tones are really they're really working. I haven't seen your old work, but I really enjoy it. Also, the fabric. You were gonna say risk too. What have we got here? Oh, that is cute. I love the base. Toph, can you do me a favor? Can you change the color of your name to just a little bit lighter blue? Are you able to do that? I actually can't see it. I have a black background on my screen so that I can read the chat. I'm very dyslexic, and I actually can't see your name at all. You want that, Mage Tales? Dave knows how because he likes to screw with me and go in there and change the color of his name all the time. Dave, can you help Toph change his name color? Oh, here's some guy with some red skin. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, you're getting your skin game on, aren't you? Hello, Game Father. How are you? Hell of a day. It's getting better. You just pooed in to say hello? Okay. It's been a long day. I can see that. Maybe a little hot tea and kick your feet up, Scarlett. Noob, do you know who Pop Goes the Monkey is? You should seriously look at his stuff. I think you would enjoy it. I really dig, Toph, I really dig the complementary colors. It is. I love the veins and the complementary colors, like the red skin with the blue hair is just boom, right? Really draws the eye to the facial area and the hair and everything. Really nice. And I've never seen this many before. But I do. You've done, I can see, like, I don't know, did you paint this one before the guy with the axe on his back? Because your work in the skin here is real strong. Got some really nice buttery blends going on. Your shadows have that pull to them. You did paint this one more recently. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, this really does, like, first of all, they say the skins that are different colors, so meaning that are not like humanoid colors, are supposed to be the hardest to conquer. I find them the easiest. It's actually Caucasians that I have the most difficult time with. But I can truly appreciate this. The blends on this are really strong. I really do think, I got this guy that I'm working on. Wait, let me show you something embarrassing. Hold on, I'll show you. Just remind me in a minute. It's really terrible. It's muddy. It's really muddy. Like, it was my first attempt at trying to get the, not that I haven't painted skin before, but using a new product. Yes, I agree with you entirely, Toph. The two that make the most sense to me, green is probably my favorite to paint. But I think that green and blue and purple make more sense to me than anything. And white, maybe. For some reason, like if you're just talking like in the middle, I love dark complexions. Oh, they make a lot of sense to me. Like anything from chocolate, the color of like not milk chocolate, like anything from dark chocolate color all the way to caramel color and all those colors in between, all the browns. Oh, they make so much, whether it's leaning towards yellow or orange or red or any one of those, they make a lot of sense to me. Once you start getting lighter colored skin, I'm like, I don't know about that. Oh, you do. There you go. You change your name color. Thank you, Toph. Whose stuff? You like green and blue skin. Yeah, see? I feel you there. I feel you there. Noob, whose stuff are you looking for? The models or the painters? And here we have some Nurgle by Girl Painting. Always gotta love us. Oh, Pop the Monkey. Can we get a shout out for Pop Goes the Monkey Geek?
Sure.
Yeah, hang on. Geek's gonna link it for you. And we have an affiliate link with them, Noob. So if you go, it costs you nothing extra to use it. It just helps the ship out a little bit. You want to make sure to use our link so he knows that I feel like if you saw it, it's all these really cool bits for additions
So
for your
the link is not
Warhammer.
set up yet, so it's just popgoesmonkey.com. Let me find it.
Jello. Purple makes sense. It's like, so you're painting purple skin. You paint the shadow green. You paint the skin purple. You highlight. It all makes sense. It looks good, you know? Mage Tales, you are sassy. You are sassy. Now I can barely read that, and you know it. This is a nice Nurgle. Now, see, Nurgle skin is something I think I could probably wrap my mind around. You know, even though it's a lighter skin, I think I could. I think I probably could. There you go. Noob, go there and check that stuff out. That's the little guy that we're painting right now, the little robo squig. Yeah, you figured out how to, yeah, I see that. I see that, Mage Tales. So I think that this one has got everything traditionally Nurgle going on with it, girl, for sure. Would you not agree, Dave? Dave would be our Nurgle expert, I think. And some more Nurgle? This is Nurgle? Nurgle with purple. Yes? Yeah? There you go. Now Mage Tales is off on a name-changing game. Dave did this to me one night, and I couldn't keep up with him. Then at the end of the evening, he told me I didn't care about him because I wasn't talking to him. Yeah, yes, Noob, yes. I feel like you can appreciate Pop Goes the Monkey. I really, especially with all the crazy stuff you got going on with yours, I think you would really enjoy it. Ooh, and here's Nurgle. Wait. This is Nurgle, right, with blue. Nurgle with blue. I like the Nurgle with the purple. Of course, Scarlet, you betcha. You betcha. Absolutely. And not Nurgle. Wait. Yes, Nurgle. Oh, each one with a different color. Yes, Mage Tails. Tail, that's better. Did you put your information in the chat, Mage Tail? I want to see this game you're making. So there's Girls Painting did one Nurgle in each color. We had a green one, a blue one, a purple one, and then, of course, the traditional one. And that is the finale of our love gallery. Yes, Dave, you did that one night. You did that. You did. And then I couldn't find you because you kept changing your name all night. Yes, the orange is easy to read. The ones that are not easy to read are black, gray, and dark blue. They're really hard to see. Yeah, Dave was one evening. It was a Friday. We had like 50 people in here, and he kept changing his name color. And then he's like, why aren't you paying any attention to me? And it's like, I get used to somebody's name being a certain color as we're sitting down here. And because I'm so dyslexic, it really helps. Especially like certain people will have like hyphens in theirs. Not hyphens. Underscores. And so Like I'll know the difference between that person's name if it's red and then somebody else that doesn't have it. So and that's how I kind of keep up. And Dave was just screwing with me all night. Okay, let's see. Mage Tales, Insta, Facebook, and Twitter. Mage Tales, you're not working with me here. I want you to put the link so we could click. Yeah, Dave. Yeah. I see that. Yes, I know, right? Okay, let's see. Are you yelling now, noob? You're very excited. Okay, so let me put my glasses on and then I'll get this focused in for you, Scarlett. That's mean? That's not mean. I'm not mean. Wait, don't make me cry. It's okay. Geek's getting it for you, Mage Tales. I just want to have all of your information so that when you show up, we can shout out. And also, I want to kind of take a look at this game you speak of. We're always looking at games. And who knows? Maybe somebody else wants to look at your game also. All right, here we are. Scarlett. There you go. There you go. And now, by clicking on these, I can bring them all up. And then, when I'm done, I will be able to go give you follows. No, it's okay. It's okay. Wavy, you and Dave, I'm telling you. Wait, what did Dave say? Dave, did you do it again? I lost him. Well, you know, that I think your style comes with time. Wavy! All right, so here it is, Scarlett. This is where we've got to. What ended up happening when I sat down to work on him last night, I got so far and then I got excited and I tried to push him on some tacky and I busted his leg again. So I've broken his leg twice and Geek broke it once when he's putting it together. So I had to actually pin it and put it together. Wait, Wavy. On proper trolling. So I had to fix the leg and leave him, so it kind of interfered with my time working on him. But I think I got pretty close. We have some highlights to go. I've got this weld thing that I've got to do when he's done. We kind of got the glow built in there pretty good. We are proper troll banners. That's true. That is totally true. All right, so I am going to take a quick bio. I don't think we have stream raiders or anything else up. You can't troll all the way. They made you. You can. You know what? You guys' troll is better than the trolls that come in. Who slapped that last troll? Who got him? You love your hammer though. Hold on just a minute. Was that Dave? Did you smack him down? Or was that Geek? A bot came in and said something about my boobs? Oh, I was going to be like, man, these bots are getting smart. Oh my gosh, you saw that was the last time you saw him? Oh yeah, no, I got a pretty good way on him while we were on stream. And then I did some work on him off stream, broke his leg, had to fix it, and so that kind of put a delay on it. I'm not yelling at Wavy.
I am.
No. Oh, Dylan, you're still here. Hey. Yeah, Geek said he is yelling at Wavy. That he is, so there's that. But we got his glow built up, so he's in the final stages here. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Wavy says, hey, geek.
That's exactly what
He said, oh, he said, I thought he said, what's up? Oh my God, I'm so dyslexic. So dyslexic. I thought that said, what's up? Like, you're greeting him. But actually, he said, shut up. He has a bolter for, I'm telling you, he has.
Bolter for a dick.
For Demon Princess. I'm telling you, right? I know. I told you were going to love it. I knew you would. Now, you just be sure to let him know that you found him through the captain, okay? Because I knew you was going to love him. The minute I saw your work, I was like, yeah. Because I'm a big fan. So I actually reached out to him. So he created this guy, Noob. Good night, Wavy. Okay. Good night, my dear. Hugs. Good night, Wavy. Good night, Dylan. So this guy, Noob, this gun belongs to this guy. He comes with 4 guns. So I stole one of them and put them on this guy. Right? I know. These are the robo squig. These are the robo squig. Right? And so this is the little bitty guy, and I took one of the guns because he comes with so many, right? And I put it on his head thinking he would look cute with the giant gun on his head. So he's kind of like Groot running around with a great big gun on his head. Because normally he's just a cute little squiggle. Hold on, here's his brother. Now his brother is sad. Both feet got broken off his brother. So we have to do a pin job. But they look little guys like this, right? See? I know, Scarlett. I have to find the right leg to stick in those grinders. And Joe Firk came into our stream. We were doing a giveaway for this guy, and Joe Firk won him. We gave him away, Noob. So he's actually going to his new. I almost put this one on there. I think I might on my next one. Oh, come on. Come on. You know it's like overkill in the best way, right? Look at this. Okay. Right? I have to put him on a fairly big, oh, wait. What's on top of his head? Hold on. Why did he have a thing on top of his head? Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. I cut those little guys off. Okay. So now you gotta love it, right? You just gotta love it. It's cute. So I was like, but I sized this one for this guy. So filed it down. I know, right, Noob? But yeah, we're so this guy actually, his blades, if you guys buy him, his blades are super fragile. And I broke 2 blades off there. This one broke off when he was getting cleaned, and that's where we're gonna stick somebody's legs. And then I gotta glue these blades back in. I'm telling you, right? I know. Just the 4, girl, just the 4. It's too much with the 6. That's from Pop Goes the Monkey, Mage Tales. That's from Pop Goes the Monkey. That's where these guys come from. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in there, Mage Tales. Like just all kinds of stuff. Weapons and shoulder pads and conversion heads for your Marines. And we're working on a project for orcs, and there's just all kinds of crazy. It's so crazy. And like Noob said, there's STLs too, so it's not just the hard form of it. All right, I'm gonna take a really quick bio, you guys. I'll be right back. Is it time for me to feed this baby?
Yes.
Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You look very cozy. You like some chow? You want some chow? You don't? chow down over here. Okay? Chow here. The chow down. There's chow. There's chow.
Here's your reminder. Take out the dog. Here's your reminder. Take out the dog.
Hey, there's chow. Come on. Chow. Right there. Come dig in. Good job. Big old mess blanket there. There you go. Good girl. Eat that chow. Yeah, I need you to eat your chow. First, eat your chow. Eat your chow. Huh? You have to eat your chow. Chow. If you eat your chow, I will give it to you. Good girl, eating your chow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I did walk over and point it out. Don't take out the dog with the snow. Here's your reminder, don't take out the dog with the sniper rifle. Oh, that sounds like fun. Mega Tails. Nage Tails, sorry. Mm. Mm. Was there acetaminophen in that? Good. I just didn't want to OD the system on the acetaminophen. Okay. Well, she's gonna have to go out within the hour. And if she finishes that chow, will you let me know? All right. Back to the wonderful. Or a Nelson rifle, like Rusty has. Who's Rusty? Like Necron has. Or a Necron rifle, like Rusty has. Oh, I hear the water. Is that? Hang on, guys. I think she actually ate that chow and like. Oh my goodness, you were hungry. You're so good. You ate your chow. Yes, now I bet you want your reward. Don't take it in your seat. Ah, that's not even in your seat all the way. Your seat all the way. There we go. Good girl. Oh, you're so good. Yeah, good job. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. Let us see here now. Back to business. All right. So I was working up the highlights to give the volume here. What I needed to do was actually come in and develop a little bit of highlights on the cans and whatnot. These tanks. So I was going to take a little bit of copper and a little bit of black, which, here we go. Oh, you dropped a piece of it. No! None of it must go to waste, you guys. Want to become famous? Want to become famous?
Being hammered by Dave's vineyard?
Kill him, Dave! Kill him! No, you don't want to be famous, Mage Dale. Okay, so, oh, you know what? I think I'll use ink for that. I don't know if it's gonna spread quite the same, but let's just check it out. I'm gonna do it to deepen the color of the bronze. So I use the ink because it's clear. And let's see if we can So I want to get a little bit of are you there? Yeah, you guys are there. A little bit of the black ink in the bronze so that we can see how this is kind of a brownish blackish bronze. But I want to build a highlight, so I want it to be a little bit lighter because we're going to be able to highlight with it. And then I will need my lovely little brush. So I made this little metallic rubbing brush from an old ugly brush that was around, and I just cut it off straight on the end there. So it was like this. And I just cut it off right in the middle at the belly. Oh, Krusty. Krusty. Yeah, Krusty. Where's Krusty? Krusty's over there. Yeah, Krusty. You had it close. Right. Yeah, oh, he's got his gun. Look out. Yeah, right. She's like, all right, I'm ready to go. There we go. And then make sure we got it. Yep. And then we're just going to, on this side, it's got the light. I'm going to come in here and so we get a little more light on one side than the other. I'm going to bring a little bit of that over onto this side just to kind of make a few things pop, being that it's metal. Bring out a few of the details. It also gives it a little bit crusty, yeah. That was the one that I put together from all the bits. Then on this area that is the blue steel gun, we're going to take a tiny bit of this color that is called Payne's Gray, and that's an ink. We want to, because it's so dark, I don't want to just put like super bright silver on it, right? And it's kind of old. I'm going to put a little bit of that, tiny bit of that Payne's Gray on the palette there, and I'm going to take silver and mix it with the Payne's Gray so that I can deepen the color, get more blue in it. So we have a blue color like that. You can see that blue coming out in it, I'm sure. And the light's there. And take the excess out of the brush. It is not dry brushing, because the brush is not, when you dry brush, you need to remove as much moisture as you possibly can from the brush. In the case of metallic rubbing, you need to leave enough carrier in the paint when you do it to be able to get it smooth, rather than just where a dry brush is just touching the edges. You're doing a space with it, and the rubbing causes the metallic to lay down flat so that one particle of metallic will lay down next to the other, creating that shiny effect. The only other way to do it is to thin it and do multiple layers of it, because if you do not keep metallic in suspension, then it tends to look a lot like a glitter. So it is more of a medium amount of paint that is in the brush to maybe just slightly less than medium, but not dry brushing. When you dry brush with metallic, it tends to cause a lot of particulates to get into the air, and you can see it kind of fluffing around. And it also creates a more granular effect when you do it. So you need to keep a little bit more. I like to keep a little bit more on the brush than what would be for dry brushing. So, and also I'm touching a lot lighter on the area than I would with dry brushing, and I'm moving it either in a circle or forward and backward, depending on the space that I am doing the metallic rubbing on it. But it's how I get it to be really shiny. It's almost like buffing it. because when the metallic can lay down, then you don't get a glittery effect. You want to make sure that all of the moisture, as in the water from the brush, is completely wicked out of it, because the water is what'll kill it for you. But the brush needs to be more damp than you would be using a brush when you are doing dry brushing. Dry brushing, to me, has a tendency when you are up on the model to look a little bit, I guess you could say the word is pithy, like it's standing up off the model. No, and if you will DM that to me, Samini, if you will DM, it's not the one with the wax in it though, right? The one with the wax was, that was a catastrophe. Don't like that. If you will DM that to me, that'd be great. I'll pick it up and give it a try. But and honestly, not all of the metallics that I've used respond to this either. Like scale 75 doesn't like it, because if it's gel, it won't work. The carrier is too slickery, and so you just move all the metallic around. But scale 75 does work for doing the glazing routine. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the high silver without even any blue in it. And right on the areas that are the rounded areas that are in the light, give it a little extra attention so we can get that nice cylindrical look to that pipe and to this front corner. Maybe a little bit on that front corner, just a little. Good night, Scarlett. Thank you for coming in. An oily pigment. No, they're only pigments. Oh, I have, you know what? DM those to me, Samini, because I do have some pigments that I have used, but not specifically Vallejo. The ones that I've used are vehicle pigments. Now I'm going to take a wee bit of the bronze and a wee bit of the high silver and mix those together to create a really, almost like a gold, like a white gold color. Keeping the bronze in there because the bronze will keep it really light. I'll see you next time, Scarlett. Thank you. And with this one, we want to just get the areas that we want to be a lot lighter, and we want to be very gentle with it. This little butterfly kisses again. Very small amounts of paint on your brush. Go back over it a few times so that you can get that metallic to really lay down. But you'll still keep that nice old metal look if you try not to get it into and if you do get it into your shadow recesses, then whoop, then just go in there. Oh, that'll be just, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much, Samini. I'll take a look at it. I tried the ones with the alcohol base. I didn't like them. I didn't like them. They were by Vallejo. Yeah, I don't, and we need to get a little bit of that down on his, the part that's holding him together. And as we're moving down the mini, so I'm going to use a little bit of the blue that we got over here. Oh, why is that camera out of focus? There it goes. Oh, wrong color. Sorry. How's that desk coming along, Dave? Yeah, I know, Dave. I know. The company that I was ordering that I'm going to order the Chimeras from Lilliput because I want to support his store, and it'll cost me just as much for the one that Wavy sent me the link to order from them by the time they charge me the shipping. And when I make a big order from Lilliput, he doesn't charge shipping. We're going to get a little bit of this highlight over here on this side, just, because it's metal. So we want to give a little bit of love to that. The other thing we want to do is give a little bit of love to the underneath here. Just to make the parts stand out a little bit more when you're looking at him from behind, and that should work. And the other thing we've got to get is a smaller brush, which now I had one for a while, but then I used it for something else, and it kind of took a dive. My bad. I'm going to try this one. I need to prep one in some 90% alcohol for this, and we're going to use the blue silver down here. And in this case, we're going to just add a little. This is more of an overbrushing, very lightly, to get some little highlights on this guy to make it stand out. A little bit on this one. There, we can actually get a stroke in there and do a little bit of dry brushing right there. Still kind of a little bit over brushing. I'm holding the brush sideways and then just kind of dragging it. I try to go back over it so I can get that metallic to lay down. But that'll help make those stand out a little bit. A little bit of that across this right here. I'll make these little nuts and bolts stand out. See, now that's dry brushing. I dry brushed that, and ultimately it ends up looking a little flaky and glittery. So I'll go back in there with the shadow and save it. You have to, oh, okay. Oh, you have to crawl on the floor. Ah, right. Maybe you can get somebody to come over and help you with that, Dave. Okay, then we're going to come in here and we're going to get that, where'd it go? This one looks pretty promising. It's pretty soft, though. I might be able to, I don't know. I don't want to risk it. No, I don't know. We're going to give it a try. What's the worst case scenario? It worked out quite nicely. I glazed the rest of them on there. See how that worked out really good. Look at that. Yeah, even caught those little, and it laid down. Look, it laid down really good. Boom. Also, spreading it really thin like that on your palette, you guys, helps dry some of the carrying medium out of it, and that really helps too. So you don't have as much. That's why the gels don't work so good for this, is because the gels have something slickery in them, and ultimately it just slops it all around. Okay. So we wouldn't have like a whole lot of highlight on this side, so I put a little bit of the bronze in there. A little bit underneath it here. There we go. All right. He's so close to ready. I still feel like this guy could use a little bit more highlight. I'm going to lift that just a little bit more. I gotta let this brush maybe sit in the, there we go. Sit in the alcohol overnight, like the one I wrote. Oh, that's much better. There we go. Okay, a lot better. There we go. Just a little bit on this side, just to kind of bring out the parts and pieces. So it's not enough to actually create any kind of a major highlight, but just enough to bring out those parts and pieces that are on this so that you can see it. And then the front's got all that muzzle burn on it, so I'm just gonna leave it that way. All right. Now he's gonna have his weld across the front. So that's going to change that. We do need to do a little bit of glazing on his pipes in the back. Oh, I remember what it was. It was that darn dynamite. I goofed up, and the dynamite ended up with the black painted on the dynamite. So I need to come in here. I made the dynamite this that old crusty orange color, like you see in the old westerns. The dynamite wasn't pink, it was like this crusty off orange. Thank you, Scooter. What are you doing, Hammy? Is she over there?
She's doing the thing. Hey, not getting any more pizza. Take your seat.
That's right. You mind. Well, yeah, I ended up with like too much black on the straps. I got a little excited and okay. Now, I want to get a little bit of oh, that one's hard to pronounce. This is a modified robo squig from Pop Goes the Monkey. And I attached this gun to his head. He does not come with that gun on his head. I made him a dangerous robo squig. His brother, which is much larger, his brother is a robo squig as well. His bottom of his face is missing. Hold on, he's got like a bottom jaw. And the big gun, his brother comes with 4 guns that are interchangeable, and you can put a magnet in there so that you can interchange the guns. But his brother had so many of them that my feeling was it would be fine to borrow one of them. Rieschen, ration.
Yeah.
Reaction. Well, there we go. Okay. I'm really bad at that game. Yeah. So I was, so I took one of the guns and put it on this guy because I thought this one with the tanks on the back looked really cool on his head and thought, okay, we'll go with that. Now I'm just coming in here and like fixing the shadow areas. We have a few little shadow areas where I got a little excited on the bronze tanks, and so I got to come in there and kind of fix those shadow areas so that you can't see the bronze that I accidentally kind of overpainted on. And smooth it out. What are you up to, Reaction? I mean, besides hanging out in here with us. And I use a little bit of a darker color because it's sort of back in here in the shadows, but also that dark color helps cover. There we go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're working on about to get some of his green glows finalized and do his little feet. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. These are his little glows going on. And I got to get some white out on the palette so we can... Ooh, Blood Bowl. Good fun. Which one did you choose to play? Orcs, I hope. Let's see. We need the dark green. So the glow will be more effective if we put the dark green in the rings around the back. It'll make the glow a lot more effective. The other thing is if we glaze a little bit of a yellow in there, and then come back with white. So if we bring this up to yellow right here on his face and glaze a little bit of the yellow around, you're going to get a really good glow effect from it. Even a little bit of yellow on the areas that create the glow. I kind of came down to a yellow. You'll notice around his face. And overlapped onto the green to get that real good limey green color going on. But you see how that kind of makes it have a almost a whitish glow in there. Hold on, let me focus in on that for you guys. There you go. Okay, hold on. Whoop. There it is. I do have a area right here that just looks like I'm going to go ahead and give it a little green overlay, even though it's really not going down that far, because I think it will help. It's supposed to be a lighter reflection of metal, but it's not actually working as that. See, that works so much better as a green glow, even though it's kind of not, as in All right. The dark green is going to be an ink. Now you could also go with a really dark blue, but I think in this case I've got a really good dark ink. This dark green that is made by Green Stuff World. The first time I did it, I used a teal. I didn't quite like it, so that's why I'm saying we should probably go with the darker green. A haymaker stadium. What is a haymaker stadium? Oh my gosh, you made this? Oh, you guys got to see this. This is crazy. Check this out. Cheerleaders and all. Even scoreboards. I love your pictures. I like to take pictures of minis on the tables when the guys are doing Warhammer that look like action shots like this. I really, really like them. Reaction. The way you change your depth of field and whatnot, it's really cool. That is really cool. That guy's trying to intimidate. He should get a timeout. Dead and injured. That's priceless. That is so cool. Look at all the guys sitting up in the... So how did you get all of these guys that are up in the stands to be doing this sitting routine? I love the stands. Oh my gosh. How did you get... What did you like stick everybody in hot water and bend them to your will? Or did you print all of these? I love the stands. Oh my god. That is too friggin' good. OMG. This is so much fun. Is that a cat post I see in the back? I see a cat post. Oh my god. This is insanity. With the big rubber, the big foam finger and everything. Did you like do all of this sculpting on these guys by hand? I love the guy with his hands on his head in the background like, no. God, did you see this, Geek?
Yeah, I'm going through the pictures right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you popped in and put this in here. Wow. Oh, look at that guy with like his hand on his head in the popcorn. And the dwarf drinking beer in the popcorn. This is, wait, hold on. I gotta copy the link. Copy. Okay, excellent. I want to be able to show that to the rest of the crew on a bigger day. So I'm going to save that in the stand and the fans are from Faneth. That's too much goodness. Like, wow, that was overwhelmingly amazing. That was so much fun. The scoreboards are from Kraken. Well, you can share those links with the crowd if you like. I'm sure that there's some folks out there that may very well be interested in getting their hands on some of that. Yep, no, I'm going to use a much smaller brush. Cheerleaders are from Forge World. That's too good. That's just too much goodness. I love it. That's pretty freaking, some pretty freaking amazing fandom like stuff there. There you are. Looking for my liner. So I think that, yeah, the liner will be the best choice for the green, the dark green coming in here. Trying to keep it off the eyeball itself. Well, the light ball, eyeball, light ball. That's most excellent. That's too much fun. So I'm guessing that you guys play this regularly. Yep, to mix it up. Okay, now you see how much better that makes the eye look? All right, we gotta take his little repair on his ankle and give it a wash so that this will soak into all the little recesses. I think I went through and painted the I went through and painted all of the black areas again to clean it up. So I came back through and painted all of his black areas to clean up the red that had gone out of the lines. You know what? That's funny because that was a meme that I just posted today. Had to do with the little girl asking her dad, so why did you start playing? Oh no, so when did you build your first 2,000 point army? And the dad says, when, during COVID. So I'm just taking a little bit of the Payne's Gray straight and hitting some little recesses here. Well, you know, there really has been, I think, a little bit of positive that has come from the COVID in some ways, you know. All right, now we've got to come in here and we've got to get a little bit of this, the steel color, which I just put my liner in the metallic, which is not my favorite. But he's got a couple of little metallic, little shocks back here. And I don't like to add a whole lot of crazy to the feet area, but I feel like breaking up a little bit of this black monotony by painting his shock is going to look cool. So he's got a couple of them. Well, it's nice that you dropped in, and we definitely appreciated that. That was good fun. A lot of work. Tell your mates that that was super fun. Ah, do they like to chew on your blood bowl, guys? Or do they steer clear of it because they know the wrath? Someone was telling me recently that their cat likes to get a hold of their minis and then chew on the plastic. I'm like, give them a sprue and squirt them with a squirt gun when they do that. There's his little shocks. He doesn't have one on this leg for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. They do like to sit on the table. Do they watch? This is the black ink. I'm going to put a little bit more black ink out. A couple of places you can hit with the black ink. Being as he is a little metal guy, you can take a little bit of black ink and you can hit a few of these places and it'll really make things pop a little bit more. Being as it's a little bit more of an animated effect, say, than painting a human that we've got going on here. A few black lines here and there will really bring things out for you. And you guys know I normally don't use black in the shadows, but in these shadows is blue on the bronze. And this just makes everything pop just a wee bit more. You'll see it in just a second. It'll start to speak to you. See it? Now be careful. Ink can be kind of dangerous. Letting you know. First time you see me make a mistake. It's not like the acrylics where you can just go back up real easy with a cleanup brush and get it. Sometimes it likes to stay put. There we go. Go to the other side. Forgot to get this. I use a liner for this simply because the brush is extremely, it is a sable. It's really fine tipped, so you can drag these little dark highlights in very, very fine areas. And because it is natural, it tends to like to follow the line unless you get a little crazy with your hand motion. But as you notice, that kind of makes everything stand out just a little bit more. In some areas, I'll just put a little bit of shadow. A few of the little areas that might need just a wee bit more. I like to clean up my metallics. and get those fine lines dialed in, and you'll see in just a minute what that does. It separates everything. Make sure I got them all. Okay, see what that did? See how much more three-dimensional the mouth looks now? What I did is by adding that really dark shadow, I brought everything way back. But it pulls, well, it actually pushes forward the highlights and then drops the shadows. So you get more 3D out of the character. No, that was a I haven't done a Nurgle yet. I'm still waiting. He's actually I've had it back ordered forever. I did a orc, an orc. He's a dreadnought. It was an orc dreadnought. I'm sorry, a death dread. It was an orc death dread. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. And I did end up doing more orc stuff. I do really like the orcs. I'm going to be doing Mortarion here soon. Yeah, I'm still a virgin to the Nurgles. No, it's totally cool. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Like I can't even keep track of all the armies and all the stuff. All right, I got them all. Yes, I did. I finished him. He actually, I'll show him to you in just a minute. He turned out quite well. I was pretty proud of that piece. I like it. So if you do get a little out of the lines with the ink, you just want to be sure to come back in real quick with a wet brush. Be sure to keep a pickup brush handy. All right, now I have lined all these areas. And that little bit of steel blue color. And you can see how that makes everything stand out better. Do you see how that stands out so much better? And there's just a couple of little places that I need to get a little bit of a black line, and then we're going to go to the washing of the feet. that. I feel like a real bold, although it doesn't seem to want to take inks, which can be the case sometimes. Inks don't like to cover certain paint. So sometimes what you have to do is take and mix a little something with the ink. So in this case, I'm using black. So in order to get a really, really deep dark black, you can add a little of the ink pigment. If you add it directly to your acrylic, it definitely deepens the hue or changes it. You can change it too. Like you can add a little, you did, maximum poggage achieved. Let's see if we go back in here and if it'll take it. Yeah, see, now that you've got the acrylic mixed with it, it's like, oh, I recognize that, and it's doing it. Yeah, it the bands on this were a little bit of a problem getting them just the right color after I put all his colors in. So I feel like, you know, I wanted that old kind of musty dynamite that you kind of find left unattended in a cave somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, that colors old westerns, that nasty old pink. Well, I'm glad that you found your old stuff, Noob. That's most excellent. Okay. So now we have got, Noob's got his old stuff, which is now new old stuff, you know. Got him? And I'll fix his dynamite color, and then we're going to give the feet a little wash with some Agrax. Bring them on down. A little Agrax shade for the footies. And this is going to, you know, go in all the little recesses. It's going to create a little bit of a more used look. Going to give that red a little bit of a distressed look to it. I'm going to get a little bit of this across his motor and this silver spot that's on his bootay. And this is going to calm everything down so it doesn't look so obnoxiously red. Vermilion. Actually, the color I used was vermilion. Let's just make sure we get that straight. He has vermilion feet. We're going to go right over his weld on this side. I am also painting over the black. It is going to give the black a calmer look. It won't be quite as stark. And we're going, this foot is lifted, and we're going to go ahead and hit the bottom of this foot with some of that. I'm also going to hit the bottom of this foot with a little bit of the black ink mixed in. Good night, Reaction. Thank you so much for popping in and sharing that Blood Bowl experience with us. That was just really cool. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see more of you. We stream again on Tuesday. And we have our second annual Easter stream coming up. So you can give me a follow on all the platforms and they will alert you and let you know. And we would love to have you again. Thank you so much. That was good fun. Now I'm going to put a lot of this on because what it's going to do when I put a lot. Yes, oh, and if you would, we are working on a follower goal on our YouTube. Subscriptions are free. If you could go give me a follow on the YouTubes, that would be awesome. We're working that up to its monetary level, and it takes a little bit of attention. We are streaming there live at the same time as we are streaming here. There, everywhere. You too, my friend. You too. Take care. Yes. And we need those viewership hours to get where we need to go. So it's very helpful. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for showing up. We always love to see a new face in the crowd. All right. All right, so see how that kind of calms the red feet down so they're not quite as obnoxious. The other thing that we can do by adding a lot of this, it'll pool into some recess and it'll also create a few rings on there to give a little bit of wear and tear to the paint. Cheerio, back at you, mate. Thank you. Well, hello. Where are we going? How are you doing, Dragonheart? Oh, thank you very, very much, Ghosted. Thank you. We are ready for his weld. His feet have to dry. He's just about ready to go to his new home. I was going somewhere. I did? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hi, Zarin. Yeah. He needs blow dryer. He needs blow dryer. Blow dryer. Where did I say I was going? Where's my blow dryer? Oh, no. Blow dryer.
Welcome aboard the Black Pearl.
Well, thank you for that follow. Shiza Gaming. Hey, hi, Shiza. Oh, Dragonheart, YouTube needs 1,000 followers and 4,000 hours. We're getting there. We're getting there. There, that really gives a lot more attention to his face. Oh, we've got a ways to go. I think we're at like maybe not quite 400 followers on the YouTubes, but we are opening I think we're opening a giveaway this week for the Easter stream coming up. You see, by calming the feet down, that really makes the face pop and it makes the gun stand out more. Camera. It is happening. All right, now let me take a look at his dynamite. I gotta get this dynamite fixed, you guys. I gotta get this dynamite fixed. It's just not working with me. Okay, now I got it. Perfect. Sorry guys, really hard to see in those little recesses. And I gotta make sure to keep it my really close so that I can posture. There we go. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that vermilion. These areas that are out here. So now we can come back, now that you've added a shadow, you can come back and add a wee bit of the original vermilion to make like a little highlight. There. See how that worked? So I put the wash all over him, and then I came back with the vermilion and just used it in a couple of places to create a little bit of a highlight. Because this is the side with the light on it, so we want a little bit more highlight over here. But I don't want to draw too much attention to his feet. Just a wee bit. Is it working over there, Geek? Sounds like it's working.
So far, I think I figured it out.
I'm very interested in what that was. How are you, Dragonheart? What have you been up to, mate? We've been missing you in here.
Broski in there?
He is in there. Kind of wondered what happened to them. Saw Baby D in here earlier. She's been very quiet, though. Well, hello, Paint Monkey. How are you? Oh, that's... I bet you're excited. Let's see. What? Quick. How does one be a normal person? Question and respond to hey. If somebody said that to me, I'd say hey back at you. I'm sure that must make you guys feel really good. I know. Or what's up? Yeah, that would work too. Or sup? How you doing? Well, I think it depends on who it is. We don't want to say how you doing to the wrong person, right? All right. Okay, so feet. Tiny little bits of highlights. Little not anything crazy. I still feel like this little area right here. A little bit. Just kind of needs a little bit more highlight happening to it. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to go back in for the agrax because, you know, we had the agrax in the shadows. So we got to make sure we maintain that. All right. A little bit more green. Thank you, Mage Tails. We gotta get back in with our liner because he's got to have that that green pumped up again. And this time I'm coming in with the green at its full volume. Kind of the dangerous part because it is full volume. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. There you go. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that green on the liner and I'm going to kind of glaze down in the bottom of the teeth. Kind of not all the way to the bottom, but where it's kind of overlapping onto the green glow in between the teeth. So that we get the green dissipating. So you can kind of see the green glow move away from the teeth. It'll help with the, uh-oh. I got, oops, that's like way too much. Hold on, that's even the wrong color, I think. Hold on. Someone subbed to you, IFK? Well, if you guys are interested in supporting the stream here and you want to get a sub, you'll need to go to my Patreon. Just to let you know, I do not have an affiliate status because I was naughty, but rather because all of my subs are done through the Patreon. I find it a better place. We can hold private streams, and I'm not isolated to just the one platform when I'm streaming, which really was good for us in building the community and the crew. Now I'm going to come in here and grab a little bit of copper. And the copper will work to touch up the faces. Of the teeth. We have different levels of Patreon too that you can join. It's not just one. We actually have one called the Twitch equivalent. Yes. So it worked out a lot better for us to have the Patreon. Also, we hold private tutorials in there, and there's different levels so that you can actually get personal tutorial time if you want it. We have a late night game and paint thing that we do, and so it really does work. It just works a lot better. And I agree with you entirely, Mage Tales. It takes too much. And so we thought, well, it's also it's not predictable. And I needed something more predictable. This way, the people that are on board and supporting the adventure and enjoying the journey are all in, one place, and nobody's randomly coming through and gift subbing and things. So you actually can kind of see what you have and be able to, monetize on it a little bit better. We got to the point where we couldn't even afford to do giveaways. So it got a little bit strained. What's up, noob? What are you out there doing? What are you freaking out about, mate? Okay, so now I came in and I get these little glits in here of using the side of the brush of the copper color to give a little more dynamic look and clean it up a little bit. It gives you the opportunity to get some little sparkles in here, basically, is what I'm working on. I'm using a kind of a little bit thin so that it'll kind of a little bit cover the green, but at the same time, see? So you see how that kind of creates all the different little facets of his teeth there? Really, Paint Monkey? No, everything is fine. I'm a little bit tired. I've already been streaming for about 4 hours. It's time for me to pass the torch, so I might be a little bit tired. That is true. I started at 3:15, you know, the usual. But I am quite happy, actually. We had a fantastic stream on Friday. And I'm pretty well, I have to do the weld on this, and so I will go ahead and I will do that like a little YouTube video and put it out there for you guys so that you can see it. It's rather tedious, and it will take me about an hour to plus the it has to dry. We have to leave it. It has to dry overnight, so that you can't work on him. You're attempting the romance side quest IRL. Noob, that's amazing. So yeah, the paste that I'm going to be using, I think, be yourself, noob. If you don't be yourself, you won't know what they are liking. This is the truth. You just got to be yourself. No, you're not. You can be awkward and it can still be okay. But if they don't like you for that, then it's not going to work out anyway. You know? For real. You just got to be you got to be yourself to a point. Make a decision. Look at it and think, what do I think is funny? And send that, because the truth is that if you're not, yeah, seriously, it's true. Because I mean, that's we don't really necessarily stick with people, I don't think, because of what we like so much about them or everything that is perfect. I think we stick with people that have the imperfections that we can live with and that we like. That's the truth, I think. As my opinion, I feel like it's more about what we don't like about a person and does that work with us than it is about, because lots of people have lots of things that we may like. Lots of people have things in common that they do that we may like. But people's idiosyncrasies oftentimes are very, very individual. So you just got to relax and kind of just be the best you can be. You know, don't try too hard. And if you're not yourself, eventually you will mess up because you won't remember, and you will slide into a comfortable position, and then you will not be who you were, and then there's that. So be the best you that you can be. And that's the best you can do, mate. That's the best you can do. Because the person that you want is the person that likes you for who you are. Whether it's awkward or whether you're off key or whatever. Paint Monkey, I'm so glad that you had the opportunity to pop in today. Random stuff from random stream. Dragonheart, I'm glad you got to pop in. And I'm glad things are getting back to normal. I know that's going to make things a lot better with you guys. I'm sure that's going to make life a lot more comfortable. I'm serious. And it was so nice that Baby D popped in too, and that Dave got to hang out with us. I'm really glad. And Dylan was here for a while. Yes. Thank you guys all for popping in. Yes, I know. And maybe I will be able to catch yours in the mornings with my coffee as well. Huh. I don't seem to have my phone. I think I left it upstairs. Geek, can you take a look at who is streaming?
I have a list.
Is Hap Hop?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we're going. We're gonna go visit Hop that. We are going to go visit Hobbies for Happiness.
And diabetes.
Yes, I know. I know. So you guys, oh, Paul John, thank you. You know, everybody who showed up today, I hope you show back up. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We are almost done. I will record putting on the weld for you guys, and I will pop it up on YouTube, okay? So that you don't miss anything. Blade Mark, thank you for making it again. Zarin, thank you. You guys, so much thank yous. All right, it has been really good. We are done effectively. He's done. I just got to do that weld, and it's a little bit tedious. Oh yes, Dragonheart, I know you are, and I appreciate it. Give Baby D a big squeeze and a smack on the butt for me. You guys, so we will be here again on Tuesday, Technical Tuesday. We're going to be doing Warhammer, okay? And don't forget, mark your calendars. If I am not mistaken, this coming Sunday is Easter. It is the second annual Easter stream with Dices. So this will be the second time that we have streamed on an Easter at Dices. Yep. Dices and I are going to be doing this as an annual thing. So you guys please tune in. We'll be doing some giveaways. We'll be playing some race cars. Dices and I are going to be painting. Thank you, Gillian Stark, for that follow. I greatly appreciate it. We keep your eyes peeled for the Gleam.io giveaway for the booty box, you guys. Keep the eyes open, okay? I will be launching it on all the platforms. So keep your eyes peeled because that's like an everybody sort of a thing. Because we did make that goal. And I have to finish building the booty box and put that out there. We are close to breaking our next goal with almost 3,000 followers on Twitch. And we are close, if I'm not mistaken, now what we are really aiming for, that's going to be a really big deal, is 1,000 followers on YouTube. So just to let you guys know, share that YouTube with friends. Send them there to sign up. We need that to get the monetary part rolling for the ship. You guys have been a joy. Thank you so much for joining me. Between now and Tuesday, you know the drill. Self-care. If you do not care for yourself, you can't take care of anything else. Again, so much appreciation. I love you guys, and I know you know it, that I mean it. Between now and then, the brushes, the paints, the minis, and get your fucking paint on. Now let's go get in Happiness's puling. Send out the parrots. Drop the bottles in the water. Oh, Ariel, thank you for coming back. It was nice to see you. For all you guys who haven't been here in a minute, it's really been nice to see so many of you. Let's go get awkward in Happiness's chat. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.